Hello guys, welcome back to Garage Football. Is our live watch along for Rangers against West Ham in a pre-season friendly at Ibrox in Glasgow. So I'm joined once again by Charles and Dennis, who are also regulars on the West Ham way, as well as Garage Football. So if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel and let us know your thoughts on the game, questions, thoughts on West Ham season, transfer rumours, anything you want light in the live chat would be great. Great to read those. So. Dennis, Charles, thanks again for joining, lads. What are your thoughts on obviously, I know it's still pre-season, but what are your thoughts on the game sort of tonight? It's a bit of a step up in quality. Obviously, Rangers, like us, they did really well in the Europa League. Ultimately lost the final to on-track Frankfurt, but it'd be a good test for West Ham tonight, obviously, with the season coming up pretty soon. Dennis, your thoughts?
This is a postponed Europa League final, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. It's people saying, it's a strong, basically first team lineup. Well, we're having the Betway Cup away this year, but if you think about it, we're about just over 2 weeks away from the start of the season.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks away from the start of the season. So these players, some of these players, they need to get minutes in them. Interested to see how we fare. Obviously, I always do worry pre-season games like this with picking up injuries, especially specifically the new signings, because historically we've always had that. But interested to see how we fare. Would love to see Downs come off the bench, because I haven't actually seen him play ever. So that's the main thing I want from today.
Good stuff. And you, Charles?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I haven't watched any of the friendlies so far. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see a couple of our new signings. Downs on the bench, Nayaf Aguerd starting. So yeah, it'll be nice to see them in action. But yeah, like Dennis said, it's just important minutes, isn't it, for the start of the season, which is earlier than usual because of the World Cup in the winter. But it doesn't feel like long ago since the season ended. Really, hasn't felt like we've had that much of a break, really.
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
with Bryce and Bowen playing internationals over the summer.
Yeah, and the fact that West Ham are busy in the transfer market has made that go quicker, I'd say. Which obviously we'll talk a load of transfer rumours and stuff that's happened, obviously over the course of the game, as well as chatting about the game itself. So we'll quickly go through the lineups for both sides. To start with the way side, West Ham. So a few changes from the game on Saturday. It's Reading. So Lucas Fabianski in goal. Back four of Johnson, Zuma, Iguard and Cresswell. Holding two of Declan Rice, captain Manuel Lanzini. And then the attacking trio of Pablo Fornell, Cy Benrahma and Jared Bowen. And Mikel Antonio up front. And on the bench, there's a number of... obviously a number of subs, a mixture of first teamers and youngsters. So Ariola, Randolph backup keepers, Masuaku Diop, Baptiste Soufal, Connor Coventry, Thomas Souček, who's recovered from his minor knock, Flynn Downs, Nikola Vasic, who scored on Saturday, and Mubama, one of the youngsters, striker, on the bench. So let's go to Rangers, the home side. McLaughlin in goal, looks like a 4-3-3 by all accounts. James Tavernier, Goldson, Sutar and Barisic, the back four. Ryan Jack, Kamara and John Lundstrom in midfield, obviously of Sheffield United formerly. Wright, Kent and Kolak, the three up front. So what do you make of what do you make of those of the lineup, Charles? I mean, obviously it's pretty. That's pretty close to our first team, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. I think looking at our team, that's with the exception of Aguerd, who's sort of just joined us, it's pretty much what we'd be used to naming as our normal starting lineups. But like you say, Bill, hopefully there'll be a few more names to add to that over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, for I think our second sort of main friendly of the season, it's a pretty strong lineup, which means that I think David wants them fit and ready, raring to go for that first game of the season.
Yeah, it's not many games. Obviously, it's Luton, and then is it Lon? Is it Len?
Yeah, we've got
Lens. We've got RC Lens, which is the it marks 20 years since Foe dying, which is wild.
Contact lens.
I actually have an RC Lens shirt buried somewhere.
So that'll be a test as well, obviously for West Ham. So Okay, and Dennis, your thoughts on the starting 11?
Oh, well, I gave it earlier, really. I mean, lots of changes from the Reading game. Obviously, good to see Vlasic get on the score sheet then, but he wouldn't be a first teamer. Also, quite an attacking central midfield with Lanzini and Rice in there, although Souček is injured, and I'm not sure if Downs started the Reading game. I mean, Bill, you were there, so okay. How did he play? In fact, why don't we just caveat to how was the Reading game?
Yeah, decent enough, and obviously it's a typical sort of friendly. Obviously the result is absolutely irrelevant, but it was good to see. Obviously, Downs, he started alongside Lanzini in the centre of the park, and Aguerd, he started alongside Zuma as he is tonight. And I was really impressed with Aguerd, I got to say. I know he's defending, I think, and sitting in the lowest section at Reading, close to the goal, you could really sort of hear and see Aguerd's communication. If he was really loud with his calling, he's got a very good left foot. He did a raking pass from the halfway line all the way, sort of centre left. He plays on the left hand side of as a centre back, raking left field ball all the way to Soufal right at the end of his toe, like effortless ball, and he defended well. Obviously, Reading, a championship opposition, only just stayed up last season, so it's a bit limited to the opposition as such. But obviously, a bit of step up in quality tonight. But I thought he equipped himself really well. I think even though it was the first time obviously him and Zuma started, I think they looked to have struck up a good partnership already. Flynn Downs, it was good to see him. I think he lost the ball a couple of times, but always wanted the ball. And when he did lose the ball, there were times where he tracked back, sort of Mark Noble-esque, won the ball back. Really put his foot in. So good signs from him. And you mentioned Vlasic. Yeah, that was good. If he played pretty well actually. He did well to get on the score sheet. It was a great run from Bowen and a good cross to the penalty spot, and it was a good header by Vlasic. I think he played him in the 10 role. I think that suits him far better than out wide personally. I think he pressed pretty decently from the front. Just looked a little more comfortable. Playing for West Ham in that role, and I think obviously having a pre-season under his belt, I think like full pre-season will hopefully help Vlasic this season. Obviously, last season he was a bit mixed in terms of his performances, but I think he played well, deserves to get on the score sheet. And a couple of youngsters they played well. I thought Dan Chester's played well when he came on the second half. So he looked pretty promising. And Mubama, who's number 72, puts himself about his very big physical presence. He'd come on for Antonio at half time, so he played the whole second half. But obviously, as I say, results are absolutely irrelevant. But we played okay. I think the start of the second half started to have some really good patterns of play and all that. So decent enough. Obviously, hopefully we'll improve, and we've got it tonight if we're going to do any good against Rangers tonight.
Sounds good. And again, Vlasic's a strange one because we kept hearing earlier in the window that he's basically on his way out. Yet it's looking now that we're a bit too thin to have him on the way out as things stand. Really, even if we do sign, Brozier, maybe finally Lingard or anything like that, I wouldn't be surprised to see him actually kept on. Really, inevitably sold next year. But like he had one foot out the door to, I think it was Torino. If you remember,
yeah, it was to an Italian team, wasn't it? X said,
I believe it was Torino because there was comments about him changing basically a claret kit for a maroon kit, really.
Yeah, now as I say, I thought he looked pretty decent against Reading, but obviously, as I say, it's limited opposition in Reading. Championship side only just stayed up. It was Paul Wintz who's their manager, which is a bit strange. He hasn't managed for a while. Obviously, not the biggest.
Come out. I thought he was done with football after his Blackpool sort of catastrophe.
Yeah, exactly, and obviously deeply unpopular with West Ham fans, as I heard on Saturday. So, that was good to see. I say Aguerd and Downs in particular from the start. So. And it'd be good to see Aguerd get alongside Zuma again tonight.
So what the partnership, really?
Yeah, I think assuming they're both fully fit, I think they'll definitely start the season. I think the drop off in quality in defence when they went off in the second half was quite stark. and Ansu Fati, like Ashby come on, he did okay, but then Diop and Ogbonna, there was a bit of a drop off there. Obviously, Ogbonna, I think it was his first game of pre-season, I think it was, and then after the game, he was doing a warm down like immediately with like one of the physios or the fitness coaches or whatever, and obviously it's a Diop. I don't know where his mind's at. Obviously, probably a bit scrambled because he might be on the move. So, but yeah, so there's a bit of a drop off when Zoom and Aguerd went off. Anyway, so what are you guys looking to sort of see tonight? Obviously, a bit nice to West Ham to win, but is there anything in particular you want to see from us? I mean, Charles, should we go first on that one?
Nah, not particularly. I mean, I just want us to kind of. It's just all about, pre-season. I'm not that bothered about results-wise or anything like that. Just want to see us sort of link up well, get a bit of, someone like Aguerd needs to obviously sort of, get used to playing with his new teammates and everything like that. So yeah, just a little bit of, obviously a good result today would be nice, but I think everyone's scarred from the Avram Grant days where we had an unbeaten pre-season. When I'm not too bothered about results at pre-season level.
No, that's absolutely irrelevant at the end of the day. And you, Dennis, you look for? Is it more? Do you want to see Aguerd and
I want to see. I want to see teamwork, tactics. I want to see not so much set pieces, but I want to see chemistry between our new signings coming in. Admittedly, this is more or less a team that finished last season, so I'm expecting it. But so it's only Aguerd really. But it was if we were to bring on Downs, or maybe if I don't know if he's on the bench, but Oko Flex, players like that coming in and just fitting in is what I want to see.
It's not on the bench. It's Mubama.
I was just saying, for example, threw that name as an example of a player that's been on the cusp of the first team. But just for the sake of drama, I'm expecting West Ham to score 10 goals or I'm Moyes out.
Oh, right.
I'm also expecting Gio to run on the pitch in a half and half shirt, half Rangers, half West Ham, and just go mad.
He's probably doing his own stream, isn't he?
No, he's definitely at the game in a half and half shirt.
Is it Glasgow where he's from then?
I'm pretty certain he mentioned that Rangers was his Scottish team. So
okay. Yeah. Well, we've got 2 minutes to kick off. So, have you guys got a Scottish team?
I've got quite a few to choose from my extended family that are Scottish. I'm just going to go with Full Kirk.
Oh, nice.
Just to go for the most I've been to 3 games of Scottish football, and the best one I went to was Full Kirk. They had I can't remember the name of the team. Albion Rovers in the Scottish League Cup, and it was the most insane game. Like mud, the pitch was just mud. There was people were just randomly doing Chelsea dagger for no apparent reason, and the game went to penalties, and it was brilliant.
Nice. All right, the players are just coming out on the pitch, and you, Charles, have you got a Scottish team that you follow?
Nah, I'm one of those football fans that doesn't recognise Scottish football as proper football.
Oh yeah, so you really are a Tory then. No, but if it was a Scottish Premier League side, I'd probably go for Hearts just because they're similar colour to West Ham. But
if I was going off of names, I like Stenhousemuir. That's a quality. Stenhousemuir, I'd support them. But
if Albion Rovers were called Coat Bridge, that's another one up there. But
that sounds like what's the football comic again? What is it? I forgot.
Football comic.
It was the Suns. The Suns like football strip.
Oh, right. So like an actual comic.
Oh, there was Roy Rovers as well.
Roy the Rovers, yeah.
Yeah, Roy the Rovers, yeah.
I thought you meant like a stand-up comedian that did Scottish football.
It was called Striker, wasn't it? Was it Striker?
Striker, yeah.
Reminds me of that sort of team name.
I forgot John Lundstrom played for Rangers. I remember when everyone was gutted that he
was the hero of last year's Europa League, wasn't he?
I remember everyone was absolutely gutted we didn't sign him from Sheffield United.
Yeah, decent enough player. Yeah,
He's a solid sort of centre
Ryan Kent and Glenn Kamara are very good players as well.
yeah, and Tavernier, the right back as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tavernier
Correct.
could have
He
been
used to play
picked
for.
up.
Did he play for Newcastle? Am I correct in thinking he played for Newcastle?
Middlesbrough was no.
Oh,
It was.
actually,
He definitely played for. He played at a decent level in England for a club.
Well,
I'm
he
pretty certain
played, played for Newcastle all of 2 league games, but then went on loan to about 7 or 8 clubs. But he's been at Rangers since 2015. So
yeah, I just remember him being I had it in my head that he was a good Championship player that played at a good level, but was at Newcastle for a bit as well. Right, all getting ready. I mean,
I think they're doing a minute silence. So the Rangers players are wearing black armbands.
Yeah, they've this is going to be for Andy Gorham.
Yeah,
It's the first time they played at Ibrox.
All right, there we go. Yeah, very sad news about Andy Gorham. Obviously, Rangers legend. Yeah, he had a spell at Man United for a season, didn't he?
He was a very, very good goalkeeper that sadly remembered for being angry more than he was his ability. He was very, very outspoken regarding the troubles as well.
Absolutely.
So a bit of a very controversial character in his day, but sadly that is remembered more than the fact he was a fantastic goalkeeper for Scotland.
No, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Right,
Only,
we're about
only matey boy. I say matey boy. I'm like saying his name. He was at Rangers for a long time. Alan McGregor, probably the only one that holds a candle to him.
Yeah, he's on the. I think he's on the bench for Rangers tonight. And right, we are underway. West Ham kicking from left to right in this first half. Yeah, I think in terms of my Scottish team, I'll probably go with Celtic. I think it was more that early sort of 2000s period when they had like Henrik Larsson, Chris Sutton.
Yeah, they had a team back then that I reckon could have been a good Premier League side.
At that, yeah, exactly. Yeah. They had like Paul Lambert in midfield.
They had Headman in net. You had Majalby, Jackie McNamara, Bobby Petter.
Dave's going to list the old team now.
Yeah, no, these are all players that could have played Premier League football.
And a lot did. Alan Thompson being another one.
Alan Thompson, Bolday. They had 2 centre backs that were really good. Bolday was one of them. I'm struggling to remember the other one. He was that good. Chris Sutton, of course, as well.
Yeah.
I mean, terrible pundit, but good centre forward.
Yeah,
but then again, Rangers around that time had some fantastic players. Their current manager, Gio Van Bronckhorst. They had the De Boer brothers, Michael Moles, Stefan Kloss in goal. He was a bloody good keeper.
Was it Nacho Novo?
Nacho Novo, yeah.
Nacho Novo.
You're a little bit ahead of me, I think.
It's a good shout.
I'm 1 minute 30.
I'm 125 because when you said, I was like, has something happened? Because nothing's happened here. They're just passing it around the back.
I think it was the one we were the centre back for Rangers. We were linked with for ages. Was it Amoruso? Lorenzo Amoruso?
Lorenzo Amoruso, yes. And there was
being linked with him.
Paolo Vanoli, who was a left back turned centre back that was meant to be the next Maldini, but just kept making terrible transfers, including going to Rangers. God almighty, but like 99 to 2003, there were some fantastic players in the SPL. There was one guy Rangers had that scored like 30 odd goals in one season, but then never played for them again. Some Italian centre forward.
Byron's done well there.
I can't remember his name. On J-Rod.
I'll tell you what do you guys think the kit actually? Because when I first saw it on Twitter,
it's grown on me. It has grown on me.
I'm still debating whether to get it or not, but I don't know. On the players. Like seeing it live and I'm watching it now on the screen, I think it looks pretty decent, I've got to say. Whether I buy one or not is up for debate.
I still maintain if it had the solid bars instead of what looks like paintbrushes or skid marks, it would look infinitely better.
Yeah.
Infinitely better. That's all it's missing, really. Yeah, and it looks blue shorts have helped it as well.
Wouldn't disagree with that. All right, let's go to the chat. Thanks, Jackie. So it's available on the West Ham website. If you're a season ticket holder, we all emailed a code.
And if you're not a season ticket holder, you have to pay £7.50, I believe.
£8.
Yeah, £7.99. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how we're watching it.
Oh,
I
Fabs,
haven't paid £8 for it.
He nearly got caught in possession there. Fabs,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
didn't
it's
quite
like
know what you did
it's like that Clarkson meme. It's not quite as much, but I'm not paying 13 quid.
I'm not paying
Oh, yeah.
13p.
I'm not paying 8 quid.
there. I'm not paying 13 quid. No, I'm not paying 13 quid.
Fair play to the fans that have actually made the travel there.
Yeah. Oh, and back on the subject.
How many are up there?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Back on the subject of Andy Gorham, I think my favourite Andy Gorham story.
Oh, Antonio,
ever.
good run by down the left by Mickey. Good cross. That's well defended, is well headed away.
Yeah, you're definitely ahead of me. By a split second, I've just had the Mickey run. Yeah, bad cross.
That's right. It's better than the some of the 30, like on the streams, like 30 seconds behind. I mean,
yeah, 30 seconds. Or where there's the first ever watch along that Charles joined that Corey was like 5 minutes behind on the Lanzini goal. And Charles couldn't contain it. Charles couldn't contain it, and it's just like, no, you're winding me up.
The Tottenham 3-3 one.
Yeah.
How can you be 5 minutes
Okay,
behind?
5 minutes is exaggeration, but it was definitely a good 2-3 minutes behind.
Yeah, it was.
Even 2-3 minutes is long. Even so, that's still 2-3 minutes. I've never.
He had it on Now TV on his mobile or something like that.
Oh, it makes it even worse. Yeah, well, not surprised in that case then. Yeah, here's a talk about throwback. Is your favourite pint glass, lads? FA Carling Premiership.
Carling Premiership.
I've got devastating news, lads. I broke my famous giant beer glass. Well, not famous, the one that I always drink from, the tall, thin one. I want to go wash it up. Like when I last used it.
Yeah.
And hit it against the tap.
Oh,
I just completely misjudged like where it was. Turned the tap on, went down, and it was like millimeters in it, but it hits it, and the cracks went all the way down. It'd be dangerous to drink out of it. Like the top got chipped off, and it was all cracked all the way down. Like that bit in Lost World Jurassic Park where they fall down, and she's like sees the cracks appearing under her fingers. Like,
right, let's go to Oh no, Rangers on the attack. Iguard. Oh, good interception. Oh, well defended. Good composure. Taking it easy around the box. Oh, they defended well there, West Ham. Right, let's go to the chat. Cheers, Jordan. Thanks, mate. The Rangers player that was mentioned. Did you mean the one earlier, Marco Negri?
Yes, I did.
Unbelievable.
That is exactly who I am talking about.
30 goals, 30. That's 30. Played 32 goals.
I know, but then I don't know if it was injuries or whatever, but he barely played. Oh,
here's Johnson. Oh, what a ball that is! Oh, it's just about a foul in the end. Anyway, good to see Johnson with the number 2 shirt on. That
definitely
well suits him.
Just had a great ball from the. When he's a great ball, Benny was just playing the ball to him from where I was. So
yeah, we're spraying it about nicely. I've got to say. Yeah, just be nice to get some shots away. But no, I think we passed it around the right actually.
As Calvin Bassey, is he on his way to Ajax?
Yeah, that's the player I was talking about our last West Ham Way thing, Bill, and I couldn't remember his name. That's the defender I thought we could have in.
I think they've just accepted a £20 million offer or something from Ajax for him.
Oh, nice. Good stuff. Right, all right, so we've got 19 people watching. Cheers, guys. So, yeah, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Let us know your comments, thoughts in the chat. It'd be great to read those. 27 in the watching. Nice. Rangers playing it around nicely at the back. What do you guys think of in terms of pre-season? I mean, I think our West Ham have done it. It's been pretty good in terms of you had the likes of Bournemouth, Wood, and that kind of thing. Then we've stepped it up each game. Ipswich, Reading. We've got Rangers tonight, Luton, who are Championship, and then we've got Lons, obviously League One. So I think that's pretty. That's a pretty good sort of calibers of sides, I'd say.
I think we've just conducted everything this pre-season a lot better than we have done in previous seasons. I think transfers have gone pretty well so far, and hopefully more to come. I think, like you said, the kind of caliber of opponents. I mean, obviously, Boreham Wood is not, the top type, but for the youngsters, it's nice for them to get involved and get some important minutes for players in the first team as well. And then Ipswich, we beat them 2-1. nice run out again for players. But
we
yeah, I
drew
think
1-1 with Ipswich.
No, that was Bournemouth.
No, we beat Ipswich.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm getting
beat
mixed up because
Ipswich
it beat
3-1.
Ipswich. I'm getting Reading and Ipswich.
We drew with Reading.
Yeah.
Look, but teams play in blue, predominantly Championship teams.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, I think I don't think Moyes is into this whole like sort of Australian tours and Asian Cups and stuff like that. I think he just wants to kind of do his trip up to St Andrews, have a nice sort of prep there, and then kind of
have his staycation.
Yeah, exactly, and just kind of get. And I like that.
Yeah,
it gets
the
gets
fact that he's Scottish and probably gets to see his family probably has nothing to do with it.
But I think it's just more. For some reason, it's just more. Things seem to be heading in a positive direction, whereas sort of the last couple of pre-seasons, we didn't know whether we were going to get any players. It was just all a bit of a mess. To be honest.
Well, last season we had the supposed takeover and all that nonsense.
Oh God, yeah, of course.
And obviously the season before, obviously we just stayed up. That the summer before, we only just stayed up, and then we had the Dean Garner sale and all that kind of stuff. So
we were waiting for.
Do you remember that account that Spence had? Well, Spence had a mate who had an account.
Secret agent or something like that.
Secret agent or something that was
yeah.
going on about like the bids and things like that. And it was blatantly where I saw it was a social experiment to see if newspapers would run the story. It's the only way I could explain it, because it was around the time he started saying it on this podcast. Suddenly the stories came up about American offers and things like that. And X was like, I can expose this person.
It's a chance. He's Bowen. Oh, he's still got. He's done brilliantly there. Can he keep it in? Yeah.
Go on, Bowen.
Cross comes in. Oh, just about palmed away, and the Rangers get away with that one.
Number 16's had a bit of a nightmare there. Yeah. Just had the header or the attempted header, but number 16 had a bit of a nightmare there. But I was saying, that was just the music. It was like, oh, that's silly, and people believed it, and you could see it a mile off, like that it wasn't true.
And then X threatened to dox the
that's because the guy basically slagged off X on the podcast. Yeah. X was like, okay, you want to slag me off, I will expose you. And then suddenly they massively backtracked.
It was more funny because Spencer was having a go at X for some reason, even though he'd previously been a fan of him.
I didn't think it was Spencer having a go. I thought it was.
No, he definitely did. I remember.
Okay, my memory was it was this agent, whoever the agent was on the thing, saying, there's certain accounts, we all know which one it is, that seems to say they're in there, but they don't know everything, is what they said, or something along those lines. Yeah, Jared Bowen's not 7 foot tall, otherwise he might have got that.
No, exactly. Right, let's go to the chat once again. Thanks, Linda. Thanks for joining us. So,
yeah.
Thanks a lot, mate. Negri had an injury to his eye, like he's written during a squash match with Perini, teammate of Rangers. He had a couple of other injuries after it, where we then moved him on after due to too many injuries. Yeah, fair enough. Thanks again, mate. How would you rate this team on today? I don't follow the Premier League.
Yeah, this is basically our first team, mate. Basically our first side.
Yeah, I'd say
Lanzini for Soucek, and that's it.
Yeah, I'd probably say Soufal in front of Johnson as well. Apart from that, it's pretty much as full strength as we've got at the moment. But obviously we've got fingers crossed a number of transfers on the way. So at the moment, probably pretty close as we're going to get. Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people complaining on Twitter about this team about not including Areola in a pre-season fixture, and saying I just don't get.
I think, but based on obviously Reading's Fabianski started that one. He's starting again tonight. I would imagine, even though Areola has signed permanently, I think it'd be exactly the same with the goalkeeper situation as it would last season. Fabianski will start the season, and then Areola will take the cups, and then if that Fabianski's form dips, and obviously Areola will come in.
Let's be honest as well. This is Fabianski's last season with us. It's all but guaranteed. The fact that he's got a 1-year extension is all but guaranteed that this will probably be his last year with us. And then we've just signed Areola to a 5-year deal or something. So he it's not like he's not going to be included, especially throughout this season.
And it's like chicken and egg sort of situation. Like, do you drop Areola? Does Areola deserve to be on the bench? No. Does Fabianski deserve to be dropped? Also, no.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good problem to have, and I just think certain people people complaining about the Lingard situation. People's response is, "Oh, West Ham fans, they just want to. West Ham fans want to moan." No, this is the type of thing that we will. When we say, "Oh, we want to moan," it's moaning about which goalkeeper starts. It's the old Cresswell Masuaku situation, but in reverse of who's better rather than
But the trouble is,
they're shit.
Season hasn't even started, and we're already getting into Areola's way better than Fabianski and everything. I mean, we had that all last season, and that got really tired really quickly. So
yeah, it just got boring, really, really boring.
Like Fabianski has been,
and at first, a lot of people were like, "Oh, Areola's not actually that good," and then the Europa League knockout games happened, and people were like,
"You made that save against Sevilla," and they were like,
I was there, and I thought it was in. I was like, it was,
it was right in front of you, wasn't it?
Right in front of me. Right in front of me, it was. Yeah, I mean, penalty spot. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
I didn't see his hand touch the ball. I just saw his sort of legs and body go in the air because I was very, very much to the left of the Bobby Moore lower, so I could see his boots and stuff. But it wasn't Banks-esque, but it was brilliant reflexes.
No, incredible. Yeah,
one of the best saves I've seen in a very long time. Got to go back to when I used to watch Watford play to go for a better save that I've seen live, I'd say.
Definitely save of the season. It did win save of the season, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I'd probably say that's the best save I've seen live since I think Fabianski from Fellaini in his first season, Pellegrini season when we played.
What about Joe Hart? Joe Hart against Payet, everyone brings up.
When he was playing for City, you mean?
Yeah,
I didn't see that live. So I still maintain it's going to be really obscure here, but the best save I've ever seen live was Scott Loach for Watford. He pulled off an absolute insane save with the outside of his hand, like going down at a free kick, and managed to bounce it in the air, bounce behind his hand, and then he fingertipped it over the bar.
I think runner-up prize.
That's going back about 12 years.
Antonio's through. Antonio, good save. Comes out.
Oh, is it a bad miss? No, it's
a good save. Bloody hell! What is the defense playing at there? Number 6. Number 6 needs. Oh, he needs shooting for that.
Goldson.
I'm just thinking. Is he the guy that had the absolute worldie against Germany for Northern Ireland? I'm pretty certain his name was Goldson.
I'm not whoscored.com.
I'm looking it up. I
love how you can pull out all these niche names out your ass from 2000s football, and then when it comes to 2016 Euros,
he is an older player, but it's not who I'm thinking of. They've got very, very similar names though.
The centre replay, good ball by Fornells, opened up, and Antonio. I don't know. I think McLaughlin. Mixture really. He got it on target, but I think the goalie did well actually.
I mean, you could probably attempt a dink as well, but I don't want Antonio attempting dinks.
I don't think that's in Antonio's locker. I don't think it is. The dink, to be honest, is Rice comes out the Cresswell, I think it is. Yeah, Ben Rama, good ball in, headed. Oh, just went behind. I think Zuma. I don't think he got a touch. Oof. If he did, it might have gone on target.
Might also have been offside.
Yeah.
Do we know what the extent of Dawson's injury is? Is it like a minor sort of?
Not really been speculated on too much. Just
it can't be that serious, to be fair. If it hasn't been reported.
Yeah,
I think it's just probably one of those where it's a precaution.
But the fact we're now keeping hold of Diop with it's not worth, we can get more money for him based on the last 2 seasons Diop's had. I think 20 million is all recouping our money is pretty good.
Yeah, I think 20 million. I'd snap your hand off.
And he's out of contract next summer as well.
Wow, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. We can't exactly be asking for more. But the problem is, so that's why I think maybe they're a bit about Dawson.
I think the fact that we got rid of, not that he probably would have broken into the first team anyway, but I think the fact we got Ellis as well, maybe they're thinking
that's one less backup.
Yeah, one less.
Because I'm just thinking, we don't get rid of Diop, it could be either there's question marks over Bonner coming back because it is a big injury at a bad age for him. And also possibly Dawson having an injury that keeps him out for the first month or two. don't want to be getting rid of Diop without a ready-made replacement.
Darren comes up with a good question about the Brozier update. I've just seen on Twitter. I mean, I know.
I've seen. Is that Tuchel's statement?
Yeah, just seen what he said. And to be
Yeah,
honest,
but
I take that with a pinch of salt. Like,
yeah, he's not going to turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, we're selling him. See you later."
Yeah.
Oh, go on, Johnson.
Well, he's travelled back from America because that's where.
Yeah, but they're saying
Chelsea
it's because of Chelsea are saying it's because of his injury. So,
well,
if anything, it could be a tactic just to drive the price up, maybe saying like, "Oh, we rate him highly" and everything like that.
Yeah, of course, that's what I reckon it is. And also, he's not exactly going to turn around and go, "Yeah, I reckon Brozier's going to leave," which means, all right, well, if you resign to leaving him, well, there's this money. So that's what I reckon. That's all I reckon it is.
Yeah, but I mean,
exactly.
I think that's probably the most likely out of him and Skamaka.
Yeah, I would agree. Right, let's go to the chat. Thanks, everyone. So, Sharky, thanks, mate. Yeah, it's been a decent enough game. West Ham, I think I've had the slightly better things, passed the ball around pretty well, had a couple of chances. So, yeah, it's been playing all right. Actually, it's been a decent enough game. But Rangers had a few opportunities, a few openings to go forward. So, for a pre-season, it's not too bad at all. All right. Cheers, Jordan. Thanks a lot, mate. Nice, and I don't expect us to win. I mean, it's a friendly, so not everyone is 100%, but we will be feeling it now that Bassey's gone. We are missing our main striker. That's fair enough. We have our backup left back from last season, along with a couple of our new signings, who are Kolak and Sutar. So we need to wait for them to gel with the current team. Yeah, fair dues. Yeah.
We were linked with Bassey, weren't we, at the end of the season, sort of after his Europa League.
I don't think we were linked with him. I think
reportedly,
I had it down as the accounts that like to play Football Manager in real life and scout them and say, "Oh, there's this player for £9 million." No, I play Football Manager, but I don't sit there and go, "Oh, yeah, I signed this player for £9 million." On Football Manager.
You do. You absolutely do.
Yeah, you do, Dennis.
It's full of you going, "Oh, it was quality on my Football Manager."
This guy's money.
Yeah, one thing. When I say that, I'm saying that tongue in cheek. And number two, if it's on the WhatsApp group chat, that's when I'm doing it to mock the people on Twitter that act like that. Hence why they play for the Asgardian second division. If you think Asgard is a real country, Charles, I would just Google Asgard.
I'd hate for you to be our Rob. I'd hate for you to be replacing Rob Newman because you'd be trying to look for all these gems and like the Danish, Norwegian leagues in Division 2.
No, I go straight to the Asgardian second division.
Loki.
Yeah, Loki and Thor playing at centre back.
Gore the God.
He handballs it a lot because he brings his hammer on the pitch.
He's born to play for West Ham.
Aguirre just made an absolutely amazing goal-saving tackle there.
Yeah, he lost the ball.
An error, but he made up for it.
Great tackle.
And then managed to kick it against the player's head to go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a knock, but hopefully he should be all right. Come on, get up, Aguirre.
Have we lost Aguirre? Aguirre just done a goal-saving tackle.
Yeah.
But he's now gone down injured.
Yeah, Cresswell passed the ball back to him, went under his feet.
Shit.
Did brilliantly to if it's Kolak, the number 9.
No, he's shaking his head. This doesn't look good.
Well, that's £30 million down the toilet.
All right.
Just showing the replay. Did a great, it's a great challenge. I think Kolak
terrible touch. But...
Has anyone got Coletta Carr's phone number?
David Sullivan, probably. Oh no, he's going to come off, isn't he?
Told you. He's being helped off as well, which doesn't look good.
Oh.
Maybe it's just one of those impact injuries.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Maybe I think Kolak might have landed on him. That might have been the problem there. Not his fault, obviously. That's a shame. Yeah, and there's Darren. Diop to the rescue. Yeah.
I did say before we went live. This is the thing that I worry about: is how many times have we seen new signings come in and be injured in a pre-season friendly, like Faubert, etc. Faubert, Hitzelsberger.
Well, Hitzelsberger, wasn't he on national duty when it happened?
Oh, I thought it was in a pre-season friendly.
Yeah, Hitzelsberger didn't play for us until like midway through the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then he was absolutely brilliant, and then like last 3 games was shocking.
Oh,
I genuinely believe if Hitzelsberger played most of the season, I think we actually stay up.
I think he would have done, because that's the thing. We were just missing someone slightly more dynamic, because we had very, very defensive players, and the fact that Parker was like for part of the season, Scott Parker was our leading goal scorer.
Yeah, well, he was a one man midfield essentially.
Oh, God,
one man team.
So
one man team.
If you're still watching, Jordan, we've just brought an absolute clown on at centre back. So enjoy.
Yeah, it's Diop if you don't know. Cheers, Darren. So the only manager that will state in a press conference that a player wants to leave is Bilic with Pyatt, which is crazy in hindsight. Yeah, it was actually, to be fair. Right, okay, back underway. Diop's on for Aguerd. Cheers, Jordan. What are you guys aiming for the season? What would be an acceptable season? That's a great question. Charles, you want to go first on that one?
I think Europa. I want us to get back into Europa League. However we can, whether that's winning the Conference League or whether that's qualifying through the position of the table. I think that would be a really good season. I think an acceptable season would be another Conference League year in terms of position in the table. So what is that, 7th in the table, whatever. So 7th I think would be 7th or 8th would be great. But I think also, I know we always say this every year, but I think a really decent cup run, like a semi-final or something like that, at least, just to show that we're in the neighbourhood of wanting trophies, I think would be a really good statement of intent for the future as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that, Dennis.
If we don't get quadruple, I'm not renewing a season ticket.
So you won't be renewing your season ticket. No, you're gonna do what that Middlesbrough fan did. Run on the pitch.
Run on the pitch. Yeah. I'm gonna ask for a paper season ticket.
Yeah,
like the old
he threw it right at Steve McLaren's grill, didn't he?
Straight at Steve McLaren. Yeah, when they were losing.
Those were the days. Don't get out.
I thought you were talking about the one that punched Billy Sharp.
No.
I'm not going to punch Billy Sharp. That's insane.
No, we're a very friendly channel. We are not.
Yeah.
Someone's been watching Green Street recently again.
Oh. Rangers fans in a loud unison.
It was about halfway through the first half. It's Barisic, I think the 31 is going to attack this corner. Corner comes in, headed clear. I think it was Declan Rice there, I think.
Yeah, Jordan, mate, you're not making us feel any better.
Oh God, yeah. Always the way, isn't it? I think just for my answer to this one, I think pretty much what you guys have said. I think I agree, Charles. But we had like fantastic cup runs in all the competitions, didn't we, last season? But we didn't quite obviously get to a final or obviously win a trophy. So I think for me, this is try and aim high and actually win a trophy. I think the way we've played last couple of seasons, I think I wouldn't say deserve to win a cup because you've got to earn it at the end of the day. But I think we've got to put ourselves in at least a final, and then from there you never know. But
I think last season we had squad depth against us, whereas I'm hoping this season that won't be as much of an issue. But obviously, if our new signings drop like flies like Aguerd's just done, then we'll be in trouble.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, Dan, this is a brilliant question. Thanks, mate. I think it will make an impact. But everyone's going to be in the same boat, isn't they? So I think as you said, Charles, it comes down to the squad depth, personally.
And just to clarify, because it's still an absolute, I still can't really understand it myself. I haven't really done that much research. Is it that there will be a break whilst the World Cup's going on?
Yeah, there'll be no Premier League games when the World Cup's going on.
Right.
Yeah, there's no obviously then the same with Spanish. There'll be no league games whatsoever.
Imagine that. Have England USA on the Tuesday, West Ham Tottenham on the Wednesday. Incredible.
Yeah. So I think but everyone's in the same boat. But yeah, if we, as you say, mate, if we manage to, get some more players in. I think hopefully it won't make too much of an impact, but everyone's in the same boat. Obviously, the big sides, Liverpool, Man City with the huge squads, Chelsea, they'll obviously suffer less, won't they? Simply the quality of the players they've got in reserve as well and on the bench. So, if it won't, but hopefully we'll be in a position where if players are jet lagged or they're tired, then we can rest them for a couple of games and still put out a strong side. So,
also, how many of our players are going to be at the World Cup realistically? Rice, I don't think Poland are qualified.
Maybe
There's no
Bowen.
Fabianski. Oh no, he's retired anyway. France, Zuma, and Areola I don't think will make a World Cup squad because
I think Areola will.
Talent they got. You think?
I think Zuma will make the squad. Whether he'll start is up for debate. I think Zuma will make the squad.
I think Areola will
make the number of centre backs they've got. Although, hang on, Laporte has switched to Spain, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So
I think if Zuma plays to his highest ability, then they'd be stupid not to pick him.
And Morocco at the World Cup?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know Canada are. So Daniil Henry, if he still played for us, he'd be going.
God Almighty. Well, Jamaica won't be there.
Jamaica won't be there. Yeah. I don't think Lanzini will be in the Argentine.
Thank God.
Squad.
No,
just
honestly,
gonna be
I don't think I could deal with Antonio playing.
Now Antonio's down.
Yeah,
where I am anyway, Antonio's down.
Honestly, I don't think I could take Antonio doing a World Cup in the middle of a Premier League season.
Yeah, would Pablo make the Spain squad? I mean, he's on the fringes, isn't he? So
maybe a squad player.
Maybe. Did the Czech Republic didn't make it? Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Soufal and Soucek going.
I'm pretty sure
Downs will be in the England squad partnering rights, according to Twitter. So.
Yeah, not sure about that.
Dawson will be playing for England.
Yeah. Ballon Dawson.
All right, here's Lanzini. Ben Rama.
Lanzini, will he be playing for Argentina?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
No.
Made the squad last time, didn't he, over the summer?
We don't talk about
that.
Well, I tell you what, if it's anything like the last time, then absolutely not.
Let's go to the chat. These are Pimmin Apes. Dan from Essex. Thanks, lads. Moyes out of no European football. Well, some idiots on Twitter will say the same, but I
if we don't beat City on the opening day, mate, questions will be asked.
No, I think now Moyes is here to stay for me. So
yeah, I think if we were relegated, I think there would definitely be a conversation had. But
even if we finish, say, 9th or something and don't get Europe, then
I'm loving how we're talking about finishing 9th as being a bad season.
Well,
this is what we're used to.
No, but some of the on Twitter or whatever is like, "Oh, will Moyes set us to the next level?" It's like, well, when have West Ham ever had a next level? We've had last 2 seasons, we've never finished in the top 5. Have 2 top 7 finishes in succession.
So this
is new ground for us.
Yeah, I mean, closest we had was like what 8th and then 5th and then 9th was the Redknapp years, from 97 through to 2000. So 97, 98 was 8th. Then we had 5th place 98, 99, and year after we had 9th. Other than that, we've always been pretty much, without the relegations, a bit of an elevator up and down the Premier League, haven't we? We'll finish 9th one year, then 17th the next.
Yeah, well, I mean, Glenn Roeder for 7th first season, then relegated the season after.
And then Zola finished 9th, finished 17th, get sacked, then getting Avram Grant and finish bottom. Well, hey, West Ham way. I agree with Sharky. If we don't win the Champions League this year, if we don't win the Champions League this year, my word. I'll tell you what, if we don't sign Ronaldo, don't know what Rob Newman's playing at.
Well, apparently everyone's rejecting Ronaldo at the moment.
Yeah, because he wants about $500,000 a week or something.
And he's like 50 years old.
All right, well, let's go to the chat again. Cheers, Darren. So Zoom will make the French squad plus 3 more positions added this year. Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, so it's 26-man squad, is it now? Apparently, no Czech Republic aren't in the World Cup.
Does that mean no Czech in the World Cup, or no Czech is in the World Cup?
As in Czech Republic aren't in the World Cup, apparently.
They aren't. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is good. I don't mind that. Save Suchek and Sufal.
Jordan, considering how bad the Scottish Premier League is, I'm surprised they're giving us a break at the World Cup as well. Great question. Cheers, Darren. So, which non-Big Six team has the best chance to finish top 4? Well, I think judging on last season, I'd say us, actually. I think it depends on their side. I think Newcastle were in for a shout. Don't know. I expect depending if they could keep their players. I think Leicester, would be a lot better. But yeah,
this reminds me of
very tough.
This reminds me of like that running gag in Mike Bassett. Yugoslav. They have a good team. Mexico. Maybe there's a huge surprise like Japan or Korea. What about England? England have qualified.
Good old Martin Bashir.
Good old Martin Bashir.
Not anymore.
Before he was doing very silly things. Back in 1 second, guys.
Oh, no worries. Cheers, Jordan. Was looking back, I found it mental. Most of our first team played 60 games last season, with some close to 70. Yeah, I bet, mate. Well, the amount of
same with us.
Yeah.
I mean, Rice, how many games did he end up playing in the end?
Yeah, and plus obviously plus internationals as well.
Yeah. I haven't really seen Rice touch the ball today. Again, I don't really mind because I don't want another Aguerd happening, but
Have you got the commentary on, Charles?
Yeah, just on a low volume.
Do you recognise? Is it an ex-player and obviously a commentator?
No, I can't really recognise the voice. I didn't listen out for it at the start for who was on.
Oh, 4-0. Well played. It's surely a foul. Oh, ref plays advantage brilliantly. He's Bowen. Does well. Number 31.
Go on.
Barisic does well there to get a corner.
Good play.
To force a corner. Yeah, good. He
did the Michael Jackson interviews.
Yeah, he did the Michael Jackson interview where Michael Jackson tried to sue him.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
I don't think that's what we were talking about, but fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, corner's coming for West Ham. I assume Bowen's going to take it. Yep, he does. Comes in. It's well held by the goalie. All right, cheers, Paul. What's the predictions? Because in last time we had Reading, then smashed Celtic. Oh yeah, smashed Celtic last pre-season, didn't we? I fancy us to win this particular game. But in terms of the whole season, it's hard to predict. I think Chelsea have invested well. Tottenham, in particular, for gritted teeth, have invested really well. I expect Newcastle to be up there. I think maybe Villa as well. But yeah, I don't know. I think we'll do well to get Europe via the league again this coming season. I think it'll be really, really tough. So at the moment, it's hard to say really. I think we'll do well in the Conference League. Assuming we get through the playoffs. If you get to the Europa League semi-finals, then therefore you should at least match that in the Conference League. But yeah, it's hard to say league-wise. I think anywhere between 7th and 10th, I'd say.
I think there's absolutely no reason why we can't win the Conference League. I don't think there's any reason why we can't.
Oh, there'll be some big teams in there. So let's see who we draw and whatnot. Well, we've got to get through the qualifiers first.
Well,
mate.
yeah, that's true.
Are we sure Astragugu are not in this thing?
Yeah, I haven't
was
checked.
actually-
I haven't checked who's in the pre and the rounds before. So yeah.
Some-
I was looking for
Yeah.
for our Benidorm trip. I was looking for Astra Goo shirts, but surprisingly enough, they're not
Nah.
readily available.
What shirt have you got, Charles?
I'm not telling you.
No,
Right,
but we need. Well, at least put it in the chat because we need to know. Because JP tried to do it. He tried to get an Inter Milan one, and I told him no. That's too
No,
obvious.
it's nothing like a no. I know the
Yeah, they can't have won any trophy in 20 years.
on any trophy in 20 years. Exactly.
Any big
Dennis, Dennis, that's a rule you've imposed yourself.
No, I said like Champions League. I'm saying like big club in 20 years, and they can't be any of the top. Depending on the league, they can't be like the top 6 of their league and stuff like that. Is what I think was the agreement. So they couldn't. So for example, Roma was ruled out because even before they won the trophy this year, because they had won the Premier League 20 or Italian League 20 years ago.
Yeah,
well, they're a big team anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But yeah, no, I'm happy with my selection, which you will find out next week.
What country are they from?
All right, go on. It's Real Madrid.
No, it's not.
There's some quality Real Madrid kicks, to be fair. Honestly, these lot, I've just been looking. I looked at retro kits yesterday as well, to be fair. I saw some really nice ones. You have a good... Which one do you end up ordering, Bill?
The Genoa one. It's lovely.
There's some nice ones.
Yeah, fits great, and it's not too obviously different shirts got different cuts, haven't they, in terms of how thin or thick they are. And it's nice and nice and thin. So it's
I like the Celta Vigo one as well that you
Yeah, that looked good. Yeah.
I went for an FC Ujpest, Hungarian like second-rate team that haven't won anything since 1997. It just so happened when I was in Hungary, their club football shop was like 5 minutes down the road from my mate's flat.
Yeah,
otherwise it would have been a toss-up between Freiburg and Mainz, which I already owned. I think JP's got a Scari, which is like an Italian Serie B.
Oh, that's quite a nice kit, I think. Scari.
Yeah, Venezia is really nice, Darren, but they're like impossible to get hold of under a certain price.
I tell you what, nobody likes what is it, Hellas Verona?
What do you want about?
All on clearance. Those shirts.
I've got a pair of Hellas Verona shorts. I'll have you know.
You probably got it for clearance.
Nah,
good old classic football shirts.
I didn't actually get them from Classic Football Shirts. I got my Caligari ones, but not the Verona ones.
Have you guys seen that series? You know who Ellis is? Ellis Platten. You know Away Days?
Yeah.
Charles?
I'm not sure.
So I know the channel you're talking about, or the series you're talking about.
So obviously he does a lot of vlogs at different away grounds and all. He's really cool guy and knows his stuff. And he buys a load of retro shirts, and then he's doing a series at the moment. He's done it with the likes of Pie Face, Jack Mate, amongst others, which they get. It's in conjunction with classic football shirts, and so they basically go to the classic football shirts sort of pop-up shop in London somewhere, and they get whoever's the guest star, they get 500 quid to spend on whatever they want in the shop.
Oh, that's it.
And it's some of these shit. It's different to online. Like the catalog they got in the store is so much better than what they've got online.
Yeah.
I think Jackmate picked up like a 98.99 West Ham away shirt that is really hard to come by, and they don't even have it online.
Some of the classic West Ham ones are like 300 quid. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, so I mean, like they only show certain ones, put certain things online, which tends to be like what you had with the Verona when they get loads of stock. It's like, I will just shove it online because you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Those expensive ones, obviously, if they're the more expensive, it's probably because they're really rare as well.
Definitely.
Like when Pie Face went on his episode, because he's a Plymouth fan, isn't he? He saw there was a Plymouth shirt from like, I'm trying to think what year, it was like 95 or something, 94, 94. Is Antonio, I'll come back to that. Is Antonio,
Go on.
can't miss half time. Good run down the right. Can he get across in? Does brilliantly. Oh, it's well cleared in the end.
Go on.
But yeah, so I think he got a shirt in the mid-90s, a Plymouth shirt, nice green one. And that was like a couple £100, that was. I think
Couple hundred, wow.
Yeah, but because you think of how rare they obviously don't get made on a mass scale.
Yeah, no, of
Plymouth.
course.
So that's probably why.
Leslie went in there and said that I could have easily spent $2,000 in there with the things she saw.
Probably, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, she settled on the if anyone's watching, Google it, a 98.99 Watford away shirt, which is beautiful, and it's they get the copper 90 remakes in the store, but they're nowhere near the same. Like the quality is not the same. The badge is just like an iron-on thing now. Yeah. So it was a beautiful one. But yeah, said that there was so much in there that you could just buy. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Declan Rice has been yellow carded there.
Oh, is he claiming match fixing it again?
I don't think there's any match fixing.
He's banned for qualifying, by the way.
Yeah.
He's banned from both qualifiers. Yeah. So
I'm worried about that, to be honest.
Well, it depends who we have. I mean,
yeah, it depends who we. Yeah. Even if he was, it might be one of them where even if he was available, would he have started anyway?
Well, yeah. I don't know. Do we know what teams we could possibly get?
Let me get, because I think there's a round.
It's Fornells. Here's Declan. Cross to the back. Oh, great header by one of the Rangers defenders. Is Bowen. Ben Rama. Can't be long now to half time. Is Bowen. Flicks it up. Here's Antonio.
Come on.
Lays it off to Ben Rama. Oh, shot comes in, deflection. It's a corner.
Ooh.
Good into the first half by the Ambers there.
Is that half time?
No, I think they'll play this corner.
Do the corner, yeah.
And then it'll be
good hold up play again from Antonio.
Yeah, did really well there.
To be fair, in the rounds before us, Anderlecht are there. They're a decent side.
Yeah.
AZ Alkmaar in Holland. Bromby.
Oh.
Go
on, ref, blow up.
Young Boys and Sparta Prague and Slavia Prague are all in the round before us.
All right, and there's half time.
And I'll finish it off by saying also Basel. There are some decent teams.
Well, there's half time. Would you make that first half, Dennis?
It is what it was, really. It's fitness. Just am worried about Aguerd's ankle. He did not look too good coming off.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's just a twist.
Yeah, no, agreed. And you, Charles?
Yeah, just sort of soured the. I think we did. We looked like we looked like we had more of the chances in that half, but yeah, definitely that Aguerd injury puts a bit of a sour taste going into half time. But hopefully, it's not too serious.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I'll be back in a minute.
West Ham have just put up on their Twitter the paying tribute to Andy Gorham. I think they put I think David Moyes put a little tribute outside the stadium.
Oh, boy, yeah, Moyes have been growing up when he was playing in goal for Rangers.
Yeah.
So.
So what is that? You're saying Anderlecht, Basel.
So in the third qualifying, it's weird. There's a second qualifying. So it's weird in that. See, I don't quite understand who goes where. Okay, so there's a third qualifying round. it doesn't quite make sense. But basically, there's loads of teams. But I'm not sure if I were to see it in a map. But I'm just on Wikipedia because there's a second qualifying round. There's a champions path and a main path. I don't know what that means in the slightest.
Yeah.
And so we're in the playoff round main path, and we're in the same pot as Nice, Villarreal, Fiorentina, and Cologne.
Okay.
But so teams that are in the rounds before us that look good that we could play. I don't know if because this main path and championship doesn't quite make sense. If it was in like a bracket, I'd be able to make sense of it. But there's teams like Dundee United, not the worst team in the world, Twente, AZ Alkmaar, Anderlecht, Lugano, Wolfsberger in Austria, and Panathinaikos.
Yeah.
And then in the second qualifying round, there's teams like Bromby, FC Cluj in Romania, who could cause us problems, Lech Poznan, Rapid Vienna, Antwerp, APOEL, that Cypriot team.
Yeah.
I think I said Bromby before. Mold, not the worst team in the world. AIK Stockholm.
Bloody hell.
Like there's loads of decent-ish teams
Yeah.
that could cause us problems. Is all I'm
And
saying.
these are teams that have not qualified for Europa.
Yeah. So Basel, Young Boys, Sparta Prague, Slavia Prague.
So if they get knocked out of that section, they'll drop down to the Conference League.
These are. This is for the Europa League conference. Unless maybe these are qualifying rounds for the Europa League. I don't know, mate. I really don't know.
I know, it's so confusing. My thinking is that
Yeah.
it would be losers of the qualifying round or the playoff round in Europa drop down. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's too confusing.
You're talking about the Conference League?
Yeah,
it's
because
like
I'm
that
trying to figure
structure.
because I've got a list of the teams that are in each round, but it doesn't say which round leads you where. Like, are these? Yeah, but there are plenty of decent caliber sides. They're not all farmers, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it's hard. But obviously, it's hideously complicated. It's UEFA, so of course it's not going to be easy. But it's like, do they have a seeding? You know,
none of the teams in the main path of the qualifier, whatever that means, have been seeded. But that includes us. Apparently, we're part of the main path.
Yeah, so the main path is
To be honest, it's just
with
one of them.
Villarreal.
To be honest, it's just one of them where we'll just find out when to do the draw. There's just no point guessing now, is there?
No, it could be any number of teams.
We'll just find out when it comes to it. So right, let's go. While it's staff time, let's go to the chat. Cheers, guys, for your questions and all that. This is a really good question. Thanks, Jordan. So, what in your guys' eyes would it take for people to take those at Scottish football, considering the Europa run we had last season? Would you say we need to win a competition or more teams into Europe? That's a great question. Dennis, you want to go on that one first?
I'm not sure, but because the problem with Scottish football is it's very okay. I'm going to go on a slight tangent here, but it's very much like my school. It's very much like my schoolmate. My school was not a very good school, but the top set was as good as any other school in Watford where I live. But so Celtic and Rangers, maybe they're not quite to the standards that they were before, like we spoke. They're still good enough to mix it up in Europe, but the rest of your league isn't. And less said about your second and third tier, the better. Whereas if you look at the English football system, West Ham a few years ago were not mixing it up in Europe and nowhere near to, but within a couple of years we've turned it round. Yeah. And I guarantee you, look at Nottingham Forest. If Nottingham Forest get some good signings in, have a good couple of campaigns and qualify for Europe or something like that, I guarantee you they could possibly, I'm not going to say go to Europa League final, but they could turn things around. I wouldn't say the same about a Motherwell, an Aberdeen, or a Hearts or a Hibs. That's where I think Scottish football lets you down. Is you've got two really good teams from your capital, Glasgow, that do really well and attract good players. It's just that there's infrastructure is possibly the wrong term, but that's what I would use in a business standpoint. Is that there just isn't enough. There's only so much talent to go around in your league. and as a result, it's always going to be hindered. Similar to countries like Hungary or, to a lesser extent, the Czech Republic. Czech Republic probably have 2 or 3 good teams. That's about it. Everyone else is a bunch of nobodies, and I think that's where it is. It's not a case of whether the country needs to be taken seriously. It's more a case of, other than Rangers and Celtic, I don't think there's anyone else that can put you on the map, and most of football knows that, sadly. It may sound harsh, but it's just I don't see it. I don't see Scottish football being able to go up a level, really, as it stands. Then not maybe 20 years' time, if you have huge changes, possibly.
Yeah, I think, I completely agree. I think it's just more about, obviously, the money that you think the Premier League, I mean, I don't know how many times more it is than the Scottish TV deal, like 10 times, 20 times. I mean, it has a knockdown effect in a good way for our English sides, but back in the day, it was quite, the TV, there wasn't a great disparity between the 2 deals between the Sky Premier League and the Scottish Premier League, but now it's just it's just the whole stratosphere. So I think the money does play its part. Yeah, but great question. Thanks. And do you want to? You got any opinions on that one, Charles?
Well, I think the easy answer is have more teams that are just as competitive as Celtic and Rangers. But then again, how do you go about making that happen and sort of, as the Tories would say, leveling up across the across the whole pyramid? Realistically, it's a much tougher. Essentially, you need to give those. Essentially, those teams need to be richer, have more resources and things like that to end up competing with Rangers and Celtic. But,
and I think no, go on, mate. You got.
I was just saying, until such time as that happens, it's always going to be pretty much Rangers and Celtic leading Scottish football, which is a bit boring.
Yeah, and I think also, I mean, Jordan and any Scottish fans will be able to say it further, but I don't. What's the infrastructure in terms of youth level? Is there the money spent? Is it spent correctly? Like, if you can't buy a load of players, you obviously got to invest in youth. And what's the pathway from like under 10s to first team? I mean, in England, we've got that England DNA, and we've been hugely successful, like under 17 World Cups and European Championships. Do you know what I mean?
What I do envy about the Scottish football, or at least from sort of the teams, the top teams, Rangers and Celtic, is I really like the way they recruit players who aren't essentially on the radar of most teams, or some of the big teams. Or take someone like a Tavernier, who was basically ready to be kicked off the top level of English football, and who's now gone on to be one of the best Rangers players, certainly one of the best players for them last year in the Europa League. I've always rated him whenever I've watched him play for Rangers. I just like the fact that they seem to be quite savvy with their transfers. So, I mean, certainly from a recruiting point of view, they're doing things right. But I just think from a competitive angle, it's you've got to somehow bring the teams closer together. However, you end up doing that.
Yeah, it's a hard one to answer. But cheers, Jordan, for that great question. So, reminds me of trying to get the 97-98 Rangers kit and then 92-93 kit, both are near 200 quid each. Yeah, that's not a great surprise. Yeah. One for you, Charles. I don't know why he's just asking just you, but do you think? Well, I'm guessing Rangers will make a second half push.
The Rays, no, that's
the Rays.
baseball.
Baseball team.
Oh, okay.
Have you not seen the film Major League? Come on.
Well, yeah, Darren, no. I think we'll save that for the night before Benidorm. I think, Darren, I think the Rays will have another very solid. I think they've had a solid first half of the season. I think the Yankees are just way too strong at the moment, but I think we'll end up getting a wild card spot, and yeah, we'll make a playoff run again.
I reckon the Boston Purple Sox are going to win the Jamboree over 2 legs.
Well, I hope that answers your question, Darren. Darren's a big Braves fan. He's loving life at the moment.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, I don't go for it. He'll go he said Alkmaar. Well, you'd like to think so.
Well, what was I going to say? Well, I can confirm we are seeded for our round. I've done a bit more research. So us and Villarreal are seeded. And
which potential 50 opponents are we going to face in the playoff round?
There will be the winners of matches 1 to 27, according to this list, alongside Fiorentina, Cologne, and Nice. Although my understanding is we can't be drawn against those 3 teams.
Yeah, Jordan's laid it out. Thanks a lot, mate. Much obliged. So yeah, if you lose a qualifier round, you go to the one below. So if you go to third Europa League playoff, then you go to conference group stage.
Yeah.
Sort of makes sense. If you lose second qualification round in Europe, you go to conference third. Yeah, fair enough. So
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, thanks, Jordy. Yeah, he's answered our question. Well, his own question about sort of SPL and all that.
Jordan's essentially trying to be a spokesperson for UEFA, trying to get actually make it make sense, and he's doing a better job than they have. That's for sure.
He's doing a fantastic job. So the issue, I think, is the TV money. Yeah, agreed, mate. I heard that the Sydney Cup money, $3 million, was worth more than winning the SPL. So it's difficult to build teams good enough to challenge in Europe. Well, definitely, 100%. I think the total TV money deal for Scottish top flight was less than 30 million. Yeah, that's a pittance in today's money, isn't it? Thanks again, mate. I think things are starting to change. Recently, Aberdeen and others have been selling for more than $1 million, which is enough to English Premier League teams, but that only ever happens for the old firm teams. Yeah, at least that's a good sign. Answer my question on youth development. Youth development is going up, but the issue is the money that old firm can pump into it compared to others is huge. They are trying to make it so academy teams playing the bottom tiers of the Scottish pyramid. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I think there was that talk of a few years ago of England trying to have B teams, and it was never going to work for in our pyramid. But for Scotland and obviously Spain do it, I think that sort of works. But in England, that was never going to work. But I think the Scottish having B teams, I think it'd be a really good shout.
Yeah.
Well, the minute we got like under 23s for certain clubs going.
That's in the Papa John's trophy, baby.
Yeah, or the I was going to call it LDV Vans trophy, but yeah,
that's a throwback.
Trophy.
Yeah,
Johnston's Pain. Yeah,
yeah.
LDV Vans. That's a throwback. That is, mate.
But it's like that hasn't really exactly set the world of development alight. I mean,
no.
I'll take a Johnston Paint trophy this season.
But that was that talk of making a League 3, wasn't there? And all that nonsense.
What? As in the Premier League B teams going into a league?
Pretty
it's called the Under 23 League, basically.
Yeah, but that's
having it in the EFL.
Right, they're coming out for the second half now, lads.
That's what they do for. I swear Spain used to have that model with some of their top teams. They had Real Madrid B and.
Well, that's what I mean. They've got it in the Segunda. So that's the second division of Spanish football. So they have that, but that because that works in their model. Whereas there was this. I think it was when Greg Dyke was the FA chairman. So you're going back about 10 years now, and I think it was him. I think Miro Ferdinand might have been on it, and Kelly Holmes. I think I'm going to say, and a few others. And I think one of the recommendations was having under 23s or academy B sides. It's like, well, that was never going to work. And hence why it hasn't. Is
that for Olympic purposes that they kind of like trying to get a good under 23 great?
No. I think it was just to make I think it was more at the time just to get more English players playing in the first teams was more the driving factor.
I still think I think the best way to do that, or to have more British talent come through, is we've got to enforce not too strict quotas, but you've got to enforce quotas that will benefit having more English players or young English players. I mean, I know they have like certain requirements at the moment, but it doesn't. It means that they can just be squad players, doesn't it? Really, as opposed to actually playing them.
Yeah, I don't think there's. Yeah, I don't think quotas will ever come in, but I think because the amount of sides that play youngsters now, but back 10 years ago, the percentage must have been like 30%. It was embarrassing, but whereas now, I don't think is like that now. And plus England have been successful, so last few tournaments, so that talk has been quieting down somewhat. Anyway, back to the friendly, and we're about a minute into the second half.
Doesn't appear to be any changes.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah.
Cue the anger from the West Ham fan base for not putting Areola on half time.
Apparently, West Ham TV are using Rangers' old badge.
I haven't seen. There's no badges on the screen at the minute. So it must have been a thing at half time. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Probably, yeah.
Remember that time where we had one of the backgrounds for one of our opponents was different from who they actually were? I think it might have been Brighton or something like that. Can't remember.
What game was that, Charles?
I can't remember. I remember there was like a. It might have even we might have been playing Brighton and then we had like Middlesbrough as a background or something like that. Basically, Jordan. Our admin's always privy to a cock up.
Yeah, Middlesbrough, who weren't even in the Premier League at the same time as Brighton.
Yeah. But of course, now they are.
There's been some. There's been quite a dark mess up. I remember was going on about flying to Cardiff with pictures of airplanes, and I think it was like 2 days after Salah had died in the plane crash.
Goal.
That was
Rangers
pretty bad.
1-0.
Oh, goal! Yeah, Rangers ahead.
Oh God! I knew we should have signed that Asgardian kid. He would have stopped that goal.
Who was it? Was it Matondo?
I think it was.
That's Tom Lawrence. He must come on half time. He formerly played at Derby for a few years.
I like that. Is it Rabbi Matondo? He's Welsh, isn't he? He's in the Welsh team.
So it's Tom Lawrence.
Yeah, no, Tom Lawrence did score, but I like. I didn't realise Matondo was playing for them.
It's good ball in. Yes, tidy finish by Lawrence at that first time.
Cresswell's missed tackle really that set it up.
A good cutback from I think it was number 17, whoever can't quite see who that was, but
Matondo.
Matondo, yeah, they did well. On there, good ball and a lovely finish by Lawrence. So yeah, Rangers have the lead.
Again, not trying to be hyperbolic or anything like that, but we do need a new left back this year. Not just because Cresswell conceded a goal against Rangers in a pre-season friendly. But, yeah, we do need a new left back.
He's for me the transfers we should be prioritising instead of chasing after Lingard. That guy that's been rejected by a woman like 20 times and still buys her a Valentine's Day card. Like, come on.
But we've been linked with quite a few left backs, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I don't think we're just focusing on one.
But it's like the one we're apparently looking at most is going to cost us almost as much as a Nana would cost us.
Lawrence shot comes in. Oh, it's 2-0. Bloody hell! What a breakaway that was.
Sack Moyes now.
Moyes out.
So Tom Lawrence, what a couple of minutes he's had. He gets the first goal and gets the assist for the second one.
Bring on Yarmolenko.
It's a good finish by, I don't know who that is. Oh, it's Ryan Kent. Good finish by Kent.
He's there. He's bleeping everywhere. Ryan Kent.
And Tavernier, the right back, with a marauding run forward. Lays off to Lawrence, who then lays off to Kent. Left-footed, yeah, good finish.
Well, what was it you said about an undefeated pre-season, Charles? It's all part of the plan.
Hey, look, I'm more than happy for this to be the.
Yeah, it's all part of the plan, mate.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the defending weren't great here. It was just 6s and 7s. Oh, a bit of a deflection, I think. It might have come off Johnson, but good striking.
It's like what you said about Reading, where as soon as the defensive changes happened, it all goes downhill. So we've lost Aguerd.
Yeah.
Admittedly, at Reading, I guess it was more than just Aguerd going off. I'm assuming Zuma and possibly the fullbacks.
Yeah, Zuma and then Soufal went off. Matondo assist, another new signing. He's fitted in well.
Where did you get him from, Jordan? I would search on the internet, but I think the heat has literally killed my internet.
We have no backup to Barisic, who was our backup to Bassi.
Well, we'll tell you what, we'll pay you money to take Masuaku. You can have Masuaku for free.
But yeah, we'll give him away. So Jordan, obviously Celtic won the league last season. I mean, obviously the aim is obviously to beat them and win in the Scottish Premier League for this coming season. But like, is there much between the sides? I don't think it didn't seem to be much. Obviously, Celtic had a few more points, but in terms of squad ability, looks pretty similar, and the manager ability about the same, I'd say. Is there much in it ahead of the season coming up? Matondo from Schalke for 3 million. Bargain. Judging by that cross.
3 mil, that is really good value there. Yeah, I feel like my internet's fried my stream.
Just Jared Bowen coming back to help defend. That's where we're at the minute.
Cheers, Jordan. Thanks, mate. Yeah, not much between Rangers and Celtic, really. Both coast through every team in the league, so it's made or lost at Old Firms usually. Yeah, good point. Very good point. I tell you what, that is one game I'd love to. I'm sure a lot of fans would agree, but the Old Firm would be an amazing game for me to tick off and go to. And Celtic and my Scottish team to be at Celtic Park to watch Celtic Rangers would be right up there in terms of bucket list in terms of games to go to for me anyway.
So I've been to Celtic Park.
Have you?
Yeah. I believe it was Motherwell they played. They won 1-0. I'm struggling to remember who scored. It was someone who was like a young player for them that went on to have an okay career.
What Celtic won? You win?
Celtic won. Yeah, Celtic won 1-0. But it was the same day that we beat Arsenal 1-0 with Robert Green's mental performance in the Great Escape season.
Oh! It would have been 2007 then.
06-07. Yeah. I was up there visiting family for Easter. We went to go watch Celtic play.
Oh, what chance! And it's Kamara, is it? It might be Kamara. You find that one over. Yeah, Kamara.
We're getting absolutely battered by the sounds of it.
God, yeah.
God, glad we didn't make the Europa League final now.
God almighty.
Right, I've got it up on my phone. Yeah, that was a good chance from Kamara.
Schalke bought Matondo.
Antonio. Oh, he's offside.
Schalke bought Matondo for about 10 million a couple of years ago, but couldn't afford his wages anymore, so they sold him cheap to offload wages. Oh yeah, Schalke got relegated, didn't they? That's probably why.
I think they had John Joe Kenny as well from Everton, if I remember correctly. Oh, we've got the subs coming on, lads.
Oh, here we go. Oh Christ! So we've got Sufal, Souček, and Vlasic about to come on.
Ben Rama off. Oh, Flynn Downs coming on as well.
Yeah,
and also just to put you at ease, Bill, I just looked it up. It was Derek Riordan that scored.
Oh, Derek Ryden.
Ryden. I pronounce it Riordan because I'm an idiot.
Lanzini off.
Lanzini's coming off as well. Yeah, Vlasic is on in his place.
Come on, Vlasic.
And Downs is on. Here you go, lads. You haven't seen him
Rice
play
off.
yet. Yeah, Rice off, yeah.
Down the tunnel he goes. Cue Chelsea fan saying, right, he's off to Chelsea now.
Oh, he's twerking for us.
Charles, when you went away, we were saying, I was saying that the Old Firm would be one game that is on my bucket list to go, and Celtic being my Scottish side, to see Celtic Rangers at Celtic Park would be right up there for me in terms of games I'd want to go to.
I mean, the only Scottish game I watch on TV, if it's on, is the Old Firm derby. It is always a spectacle. I'll give it that. I'm telling you, always a spectacle.
It's all about Falkirk versus Albion Rovers.
In House Muir. That is a game.
And Dennis was saying he watched Celtic Motherwell in the Great Escape season.
Yeah.
Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink started up top for them.
Oh
I
my
remember that.
God,
I remember
what a
Jan
throwback.
Jan Vennegoor
What
of
a
Hesselink.
throwback.
Jan Vennegoor of
Oh my
Hesselink, who was about a
goodness.
foot taller than everyone else. Because we were right up high. So it's only, I remember saying to my uncle, was like, how, you know,
Go on.
how do you know that? I'm like, well, for starters, he's their number 10. I can make out the numbers. And also, he's about 2 feet taller than everyone else. And I just remember Nakamura. He hit the
Celtics
bar
Nakamura,
he hit the bar or post, or it went really close but wide from a free kick because it looked like Celtic weren't going to do them. But then I remember Reardon. I recall it being quite a late goal, but I think Celtic had already wrapped up the league by this point. Like they ran away with it this year. From my memory anyway.
The poor man's Roberto Carlos.
Well, I think with Rangers, obviously I know they're Celtic, my Scottish team, but it was great to see a Scottish side have a really good run in the European competition. It's been ages since that was last the case. Oh, they're through. Is Matonda?
Yeah.
Is Matonda? Is Tavernier?
Oh,
Cross comes
no,
in.
3-0. Matonda.
Oh my God, 3-0. Jeez, they're running riot.
Oh, the Chelsea fans are going to be unbearable on Twitter.
I love how I've been disrespecting Scottish football all this stream, and they're absolutely crushing us 3-0.
It's only a pre-season.
Serves me right.
Yeah, I mean, 3 million well spent. Matondo.
Yeah, Matondo, he'll have a cracking season for them, to be fair. He's a good player.
I don't know.
On the subject of Scottish football, the third game I saw was a pre-season friendly that Don Barton had against a team I've never heard of, and I don't remember who they were.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Yeah. So Don Barton, who are pretty low level, and I have no clue who they played.
Dennis has given me Chris Hughes vibes, Bill. It's like, shall I rap?
Yes! do you want to rap to lighten the mood?
Like, no, not really.
Not really, Chris.
That
reference. Look at Dennis. That reference gone way over his head.
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
One of the guys from Love Island from a few years ago.
Shall I rap to lift the mood a bit?
That's fucking iconic. That is.
You know the meme, Dennis. You'll know the meme.
Yeah.
No. Love Island's shocking.
You're a glossary of memes.
Jan Vanegor Hessen. I mean, good luck getting his name printed. Look
Okay,
at how much that would have cost.
By the way, I actually know why he's named the way he's named. I looked this up because I'm that much of a weirdo. So his ancestry. So basically, he explained it in an interview because why the hell have you got such a weird name like Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink? And Old Dutch, of meant or. So basically, one of his male relatives married a female relative, or vice versa, and names were Vennegoor, and the name was Hesselink, and they couldn't decide which name they would take because they were both from like prestigious farming families or something like that. So they just went, we'll have both. So we could take our children could take the name Vennegoor or Hesselink, and over time that didn't really get translated down, and that's why his name is his name. So he could be called Jan Vennegoor or Jan Hesselink, but they never got corrected, and so that's why it's Vennegoor of Hesselink. You can look it up. He said it he explained it in an interview.
I believe it. I
don't doubt it. Oh my word, Rangers in again.
Oh God, here we go.
We're dismal with the cut back at the moment. We just can't deal with it.
This reminds me of what was the one we had? Was it when we got hammered by Bournemouth? Was it a couple of seasons ago in a friendly?
What in pre-season?
We got hammered by Bournemouth in the Betway Cup. This is also reminding me of Burton Albion in the League Cup.
Fucking what? Roberto in. Oh
yeah,
no, was that Oxford we got beat by?
I thought it was Burton Albion, but it could also be Oxford.
I'm pretty sure Oxford was in the League Cup, wasn't
it? Yeah. I think it was Oxford actually.
Burton Albion, well, not far off. Basically, a shit side beat us.
I mean, I tell you what, I know they say don't look into pre-season friendlies that much, and I know that a few of our players have only just come back, but this is it's not a great indicator of our season if it was to end up like this.
No, it's I think Also, we need reinforcements. We definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean,
do
we're
after
forgetting
this.
that. I mean, as good as it has been getting Downs and Aguerd in, we do need another striker. We do need, in my opinion, another left back.
Yeah. And on the
I
face
think
of it, might need another centre back.
well, we might need a whole squad at this point. But I think as much. Oh, hello, Antonio. Oh, he blasted it wide.
Oh dear, Mickey. Oh bloody hell, mate. Good first touch, but
Yeah,
pretty
it was a good ball in.
average second touch. Yeah, good ball. Was it 4 nails with the?
Pablo, yeah, but
yeah,
that
lovely ball
finish
in.
is leaving a lot to be desired.
Oh dear, oh dear. He pressed left too much on the PlayStation controller. Jesus. Let's go to the chat. Cheers, Jordan. Derek Ryden was a class striker. Could have done more with his career, in my opinion. He was always brutal against Rangers. He was. Yeah, I don't know if did he get injured, or did he get a bad
I'm not
injury?
sure. I just remember him playing for Hibs for a while.
Yeah, Ryder was class when he was at Hibs, both stints. Yeah. Venegor Hesselink signed him on FIFA like the year before, and he was class. But then Celtic bought him the next year, and I was so mad. Oh, Rangers down the left-hand side. Cross comes in. Zuma heads it away. To be fair, Rangers usually rotten for shots conversion rate. Some fans Joe Day would take 50 crosses and 20 shots to score a goal. Well, different story tonight.
Well, Jordan, can I welcome you to the concept of playing West Ham? Where
Honestly,
any records? Yeah.
In the 16-17 season, ironically, when Moyes was Sunderland manager, Sunderland hadn't scored in 10 hours of football. They scored twice in 90 minutes against us, both of which were calamities of our own creation. Both of them created by Darren Randolph.
Who's still with us.
I'm sure they went with Hesselink on the back. I'm sure. I don't know if it was. There was definitely one club he played for where his whole name.
I remember that was at Hull. At Hull, he had his whole name on it.
Yeah. God, here we go. This is just what we need. Can I add more insult to injury? I don't think we're playing that well.
I agree with Jordan.
No, I agree.
Also, I'm not too bothered by that. I just see it as Rangers have taken their chances. We haven't really created chances to take. But
yeah, I agree.
Neither team has particularly outplayed the other, in my honest opinion. Just Rangers have had 4 chances and they've taken 3 of them.
Yeah.
I think both teams have just gone through the motions, and like you say, Dennis, Rangers have just been the more prolific out of the two. But Antonio, he's offside again. But yeah, it's still not great.
Although not Scottish football, it's linked to Venegor Hesselink of just another lolloping, gangly, tall striker that had a random stint at a Premier League club. Remember Stefan Meiderhofer, the giant Austrian bloke that played for Wolves for about 10 minutes. He had like a great career.
Oh, God.
Okay, 10 minutes is exaggeration. He was there for 2 seasons, but like he barely played for them when they first got promoted to the Premier League under McCarthy. But yeah, mate, he was basically Jan Vortgor of Hesselink, just more mobile. But he just didn't really settle in England. Had a great goal scorer, had a great career out in Germany and Austria, but just never really suited English football.
Nah. One who I would have liked to see in English football, he played for Czech Republic, was Jan Koller. Oh. Jan Koller would have been a handful in the Premier League.
Mate, could you just imagine him playing for a team like, I don't know, like
Stoke or something?
Yeah. I was going to say like
proper Tony Pulis, Route 1 football with Rory Delap throw-ins.
Allardyce's Bolton, or like Blackburn Rovers under Mark Hughes. Like, just imagine.
Or at Burnley, no Sean Dyche.
Yeah, obviously would have been. Yeah, would have been. Would need a bit of a time loop. But same thing for Stoke. But yeah, man. Oh, Jesus Christ! What a lolloping dinosaur he was. I've told you before with talking about like giant strikers. My dad thought that Peter Crouch wasn't his name, and that was just a commentator taking the piss because of how tall he was. He thought Mark Lawrenson was on. I was trying to call him a white, trying to be funny, and it took him like 10-15 minutes of an England game to figure out. No, but Motson's also called him Crouch. Who's a tall guy? I've never seen him before. Yeah, it's Peter Crouch. Okay, I've never seen him before in my life.
Not a lot to report on in the game.
Yeah, it's just holds it, Holds it. Rangers are just doing all A right now.
I can't really blame them. It's a good crowd there tonight by the look of it as
Yeah.
well.
Certainly is. Feel sorry for the West Ham fans up there.
God, yeah. Well, I think they'll drown their sorrows in Glasgow
Yeah.
tonight, to be honest. That's somewhere I'd like to go. I've been to Edinburgh for my mate's stayed there. That was great. Obviously the capital, but I think Glasgow, I think that'd be right up my street.
Glasgow's good. I just can't be dealing with a shopping centre. It's just my absolute nightmare.
What was wrong with it?
Like people just stopping just stopping suddenly and goes taking a photo, and it's just like, right, people are walking here, just too many shops, too many people. Like,
God, you'll hate London then, Dennis.
Yeah,
I do. I hate London.
Yeah,
I absolutely hate London. Give me York over London any day of the week, or Chester, or Liverpool, or I hate London. No, Edinburgh's much better than Glasgow, in my opinion. Glasgow, I can imagine it being a good night out. I've not been there.
Yeah, I can. Well, Jordan, do you? Oh, well, are you from Glasgow? I assume you must have been there or not. Good crowd. Well, yeah, I think we've got on mute, so we have no idea if the crowd. We have no idea if the crowd's good or not. I think in terms of numbers, yeah. For Tuesday night.
Hello, West Ham going, having a chance. Vlasic,
Souček, Vlasic, Bowen.
Oh,
shot comes in. Oh, well blocked. I think that was going to go in actually.
Yeah, it was a good block.
That's actually the quickest I've seen Souček move in about a year.
Maybe because he's had a break for the first time in a while.
Yeah, that's true. Blimey.
Yeah, I'm with George. See, Jordan's got my back.
I'll bring the comment up in a minute. Oh, okay. I thought we were on the attack.
Oh, I tell you what, Matondo is just really tearing us apart.
God, good ball.
Oh, good tackle from Zuma.
Oh, good interception by Zuma there to make that one.
He's rapid, isn't he?
God almighty. He must be, on Football Manager, his acceleration must be at least 17 or 18.
God, I'd sign him on Football Manager, that's for sure.
Yeah, God. All right. Cheers, Jordan. Yeah, to be fair, I hate Glasgow City Centre as well. Too many tourists taking pictures. The amount of Americans we get there as a joke.
Like, it's beautiful, don't we? There's lots of nice scenery and things like that.
Pablo. Oh, good save.
And Glasgow.
Oh, good save.
I've got it coming up in a second. I'll decide whether it's a good save.
Have you seen that?
It was a good save.
Have you seen the American in Scotland? That like YouTube video.
No, I've seen the clips going around. Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse, Harry and Paul. They do their impression of it's Harry Enfield.
What, the one who's like, oh, everything's much better in Scotland.
No,
that one, the Harry and Paul, in the Harry and Paul series.
I think he's talking about it's like the American
Souček scored.
Oh, goal, yeah, 3-1.
But the goalkeeper's fuming.
Yeah, McLaughlin's not happy there. Oh well, we're in the we've.
It's like, everything's better in Scotland.
No, I ain't seen
Souček,
that one.
what was it?
Yeah, Barney with the corner.
About handball. Potentially.
I don't think they're going to disallow a goal in a pre-season friendly.
Yeah, we need to get VAR in for this decision.
That's what I mean. Like, it would have been disallowed by now.
Bit of a scrappy one. Yeah, I think it comes off his chest, if anything. I've got to be honest. And then he taps it in. Yeah.
Hey, we'll take a goal at this stage.
Yeah, good corner by Byron. Flicked on. Comes off Souček. I think
Rangers defence were napping there, similar like they were a few times in the first half.
Well, we contributed, lads. What was we talking? Oh yeah, no, I think the
Glasgow.
The impression. I think I've not seen that one, Charles, but the one I've seen is Harry Enfield and
Paul White. Is that when the old Americans go?
Yeah,
oh, isn't that nice? Yeah, I know the one.
That one. Yeah. Can I have some waffles for Pammy, and then the waiter goes cheese sandwich.
I will have a cheese sandwich. This is delicious. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to make that. We won't repeat it, but some of those sketches you wouldn't be able to make them these days.
Harry and Paul were great.
Harry and Paul were great, but not aged terribly well in the
last
Mickey. 10 years.
Oh, yeah, that's a good ball, Mickey.
Good ball by Antonio. We're in the ascendancy here. It's Soufal.
Oh,
we are.
Oh,
Glasgow Stamford is on.
I don't know why I'm getting so involved in this game now. We're 3-0 down, but I just want to see us do something.
That's going to be our thing this season, isn't it? We will wake up when we go 3-0 down. Whereas before, we'd switch off
It
and we go
was
3-0 up.
yeah, exactly.
But the one thing I'd say about Glasgow quickly, is Jordan may or may not can agree with this on me, is that it's a rare city that actually looks as good when it's miserable and rainy as it does when it's sunny.
All right.
Like when I was last in Glasgow, because I got the train back from visit my aunt and uncle for Christmas. It wasn't a totally miserable day, but there was a drizzle. It had stopped. It was winter. It was cold. All the the city square and stuff like that still look beautiful. Whereas some cities look bloody terrible in the rain, like London. I say it just looks miserable in the rain, whereas in the sun it looks amazing.
Yeah, and then London when it's hot is terrible as well.
Working from home with a room 100% in the shade and with a fan from work, I've been having an okay day today.
Right,
I put some washing on at 8:30 in the morning, put it out, and it dried in 45 minutes.
Oh, good stuff. Let's go to the chat. Cheers, Jordan. We got Matondo because we never had any right wingers. Haven't had any since Candias.
West Ham on the attack here.
Oh, we'll come back to that. Is
poor ball.
Souček, ball comes in, well cleared. Not the greatest ball though, to be fair. Gets it back though. He's Downs. Good for
Yes, go on, Souf.
That's Bowen.
Corner.
Soufal. Well cleared by whoever that is. No, it's number 4. Oh yeah, Lundstrom. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, well, West Ham have woke up finally. Right, we've got our opener from a corner. Let's see what happens at this one. Obviously, West Ham fans are in that corner of the,
on,
of the ground.
Zuma.
If it goes, Bowen crosses it. Oh, it's well headed away.
Bloody hell, the counter-attack's on here. Oh no, maybe not.
Well, let's go back to the chat. So yeah, we've got Matondo. Left in what feels like 2 years.
He's the one that left City to go to Germany, weren't he?
Yeah, to Schalke.
Yeah. Following Sancho's record.
I feel like we got him purely because of his pace. Him and Sakala would tear teams apart with pace for teams that come forward. Yeah.
Cannot wait to see them play Falkirk and Dumbarton. Here's one for you as well, Bill. Do you know who was playing up front for Falkirk when I watched them?
Go on.
Connor Salmon.
Oh. Did he play? He was the one who played for Wigan, wasn't he?
Wigan and Derby. Yeah, he had
FIFA legend.
He had one good game in the Premier League, and it was against us. I don't think he'd featured at all. They took a gamble on him, signing him from I think it was Derry for like £500,000,
right,
or someone like that. They took an absolute gamble in January on him, as you do in a relegation battle. Scott Arfield's coming on. He's another one of my boys from Football Manager days gone by.
Yeah, a few changes for both sides here. About 15 minutes to go. Lundstrom was one who's coming off as well.
We're bringing on
Coventry and
Mubama,
yeah, number 72. He's going to be coming on. I would argue with rain that it looks better in some areas.
Yeah.
Falkirk and Dumbarton would never come forward against us, like playing 2 buses parked at the back. Most teams in Scotland are like that. Yeah, it's not a great surprise, really. All right, so a few changes there by both sides. Just see who's come on. So Coventry's on.
Since we're getting battered in this game, hello.
I need some context, boys.
Goal kick.
I'm slightly behind you.
Goalkeeper had a mare, but he got away with it. It's a goal kick.
Okay, yeah, that is very much a goal kick.
Yeah.
I don't know how Soufal was trying to claim for a corner there.
I think he's claiming it just nicked off his heel, but it's a goal kick. Oh, hello. God, blimey. Rangers playing fast and loose here. On the back, and they're doing well with it.
Yeah, Antonio's off and Mubama has replaced him.
But yeah, I think in terms of the
they are playing fast and loose.
The Lingard situation. What what's our thoughts on that?
I've made my thoughts very clear. I'm a little bit shocked that we're this late in the window. Well, not this late in the window, this close to season, and we're still trying to basically it's almost like like coax at a bear with like cheese. Come on. Not cheese, but like some food. Like, come on, come out, sign the contract. Come on, Lingard, come out and sign the contract. Come on, sign the contract. We're going to get you more food.
Bowen's
more
on.
Food.
Bowen's doing well. Bowen
is Bowen
corner.
After all that,
oh, Charles, I'd never thought I'd hear cheese and bear as part of the.
Okay,
of this
I
video,
don't know why I said cheese. I don't know why I said cheese.
I was really hoping, Bill, that he would stop at "I've made my thoughts clear." That's what a normal
Yeah,
person would do.
it carried on.
Because I realised I made my thoughts clear on a WhatsApp group that no one watching this now or in the future will know.
But then you bring up bears and cheese, and everyone's lost it now.
Yeah. But basically, it's like I'm sorry, but what I would say is that at this stage, I'd be saying, right, here is our offer. If you do not want to sign for us, feel free to go elsewhere, because allegedly he wants 180 grand a week if reports are to be believed. I did read somewhere he was on 100 grand at Man United. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but we're going to give him an 80 grand pay rise to join us. Like he's not really in a. I'm all about player. I know there's player power, but he doesn't have this much power in this situation.
Oh, Diop, great inception.
No, he's done well there, Diop.
But I mean, the thing is, look, if he wants the money, he needs to be looking at the Saudi Arabian teams and the people abroad who are going to pay that for him, instead of trying to. Because I think the Premier League teams that are interested in him, I think us, Newcastle. I think I saw Nottingham Forest for some reason are now in the chase.
Everton.
And let's be honest, he's not going to go there.
Everton are in financial problems themselves, so they're not going to throw 180 grand a week at someone on top of the big signing bonus.
But to be honest, Dennis, I do agree with you. I think there's, this saga's just been going for way too long now. I mean, he's missed a whole season of football essentially. Surely he'd be grabbing at the bit to play for a team and to be earning 100 plus K anyway is
he knew he was leaving Man United. Why the hell? Surely we could offer I believe free agents are free to talk to people after the end of the January transfer window. If we're at this stage at the end of the season, I get it, because at least then there's a few weeks of leeway. But now we're in the stage towards the end of July where we've put down a formal offer to him, and it's like, how has it taken this long?
Well, I don't even blame the owners or anything like that. I think Jesse's agent is clearly, trying to take as much as he can for both, Lingard and himself. And I think it really is as simple as, does Lingard want to play football or does he want to get paid? If he wants to get paid, then
he goes to Saudi Arabia, he goes to America.
Yeah, by all means. But if he wants to play, then there should be no qualms over accepting less than 180k a week. I mean, he's still going to be paid more than 100k a week.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and he's still going to get a hefty signing on bonus. It's when I'm saying that why we're at this age, I'm not saying this to throw shade. I'm not saying, why haven't we got it signed up? It's more, why are we still in? The position is what it is. Why are we still stuck on this position? Why, we would have moved on from any other player. I don't get, as the only person or out of our little channel group, as the only person that said, no, I think Lingard's going to be a great signing for us. I'm saying now, let's not.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is I'm saying he's not that exceptionally special. He is coming to. He's going to be 30 soon.
Nearly 30 now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if he was 5 years younger and coming off the back of the form he was in the 2018 World Cup, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If it was straight off the back of that loan, I'd get it. But now more time has passed on. There are other targets out there. I'd be moving towards them.
Yeah. I'll be absolutely over the moon if we can get it done and dusted, because I know how well he'll work with the team and on the Moyes. But in my position, if I was in their position, 180k would surely be better spent elsewhere in positions.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's also putting so much unnecessary pressure on himself, because if he does sign, even at whatever term is stuff like that, the pressure on him to perform, the fans will turn on him quite quickly if he doesn't put in good performances, in my honest opinion.
especially
So
at those wages.
he's only setting himself up to fail, in my honest opinion, by doing that. I don't understand. I understand bargaining power, but not to like if it was like I want 180 grand a week. Okay, let's settle on 140. That's still going to make him our top earner.
Well,
And
let's
then
say his contract.
what happens when you extend Bowen's contract?
Well, let's say he was asking for this money. Let's say his contract ran out after his loan spell with us, as opposed to at the end of last season. I think he'd be in his right mind to be asking for 180k and trying to get the best possible deal.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, like what I said. If it was straight off, then I get it.
Yeah,
But he's had a year of just festering on the bench and doing nothing.
yeah.
Sadly.
No, it is sad. Yeah, because
it's tough. It's a tough one to answer, really, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, none of us are gonna be disappointed if we sign him for 180k. I mean, but also if that means missing out on key signings in other areas that are a bit more pressing, then especially at those wages, then it is interesting.
I mean, if for example, if it's a case of, Lingard wanting another week to make a decision, this is where I'd say is that okay, what's done is done. But right now, I would say to Lingard, okay, you want this, we're offering you this. Here is the compromise we're willing to offer. This is as far as we're willing to go. That's the offer. And if he doesn't want it, he doesn't want it. Sign someone like Sarr from Watford.
Well, hasn't he said until he's given West Ham until the end of the week?
What?
That's been for like the last 3 months.
But what? Has he given West Ham to the end of the week to make? He's going to decide at the end of the week, or has he given us to the end of the week to give him what he wants, or he's not signing?
Unfortunately, I think he's using us a little bit as a ploy for bigger money. That's my opinion. I think he's maybe interest has cooled in other places where he was originally going to get more money, and there's a sense that interest has cooled now. And
that was the X update you missed in the group earlier, Dennis. Did you not read it properly then?
Yeah, I'm wondering, is it a case of he's going to make his decision at the end of the week, or is it they've got till the end of the week to come to an agreement?
He said he has apparently given the club until the end of the week to try and reach an agreeable offer.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't remember what it was. But yeah, that again doesn't sound like someone that wants to join West Ham United Football Club to me. So, yeah.
Mubama, or he doesn't get on target.
Yeah, it is a tough one. It really is, because I mean, you think back to what he did for us. You're going to be snapping at the bit to.
But he had a point to prove
get that player back. But is he the same player, and is he worth it?
Yeah, is it going to be the same level of motivation to be there as well?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in a sense, if he gets a 3-year deal with us or something like that, at 180k a week as well, the incentive is certainly less than it was when he was basically fighting for his Premier League career or his United career.
Well, and his England career.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was just ability alone, and obviously there's no doubt about it, but I think obviously the money does play a huge factor in not only Lingard, but obviously a lot of signings.
Lingard would definitely join Live Golf over PGA.
I was waiting for that.
He definitely would.
And the amount of players that have joined that now. I mean, Cam Smith's going to join, and he's just won the Open.
Oh my God! I tell you what, that is gut wrenching. To be fair, if that's true, he's just won the biggest prize in golf, or one of the biggest prizes in golf, and he goes to join Live. Oh, that'll be gutting.
Wow.
I mean, Stenson's already about to lose his captaincy.
I can't believe.
How's Vijay Singh getting on these days?
Oh, he's
on the
rankings.
He's on the Champions Tour,
Which
is basically the old man's tour.
He's like mid-50s, is he? Or late?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. My knowledge of golf is that there was a guy called Colin Montgomery.
That's him. I prefer that guy. That
Yeah.
with the made up name.
There's Tiger Woods,
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy.
We do this every time we bring up golf, Dennis. You
Yeah,
try and remember the players that you.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know what a birdie is. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't know what a birdie is. I don't.
No birdies,
know.
no bogeys, no
and at
eagles.
this point, I'm afraid to ask.
Well, okay, so a birdie is basically a shot better than the par. So if you're on a par
So
five,
it's -1.
So,
yeah. So if you're on a par 5 and you hold it and you take four shots, that you get a birdie. Yeah. Or if you hold it in 3, you get an eagle.
Oh,
should we try explaining an albatross, Bill?
Oh, yeah. Good luck. You take that one, Charles.
This is the thing. Like I go Top Golf all the time. I play Top Golf drive range.
You should be a pro.
I couldn't tell you anything about actual golf. I couldn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what other than the size of a 3-wood. I don't know what type of shot on a golf course you would use for a 3-wood. I just know that
it'd be either
drive range.
Long distance club.
Yeah, so either off the tee on certain holes or on the fairway. You can use it off the fairway as well.
The only other thing I know about golf is Happy Gilmore.
Right?
And that bit in The Simpsons. You are playing Lee Carvalho's putting challenge. May I suggest, putter, you have selected 3-wood.
Okay.
I would suggest
I'll believe you.
You have selected power drive. Your ball is in parking lot. Would you like to play again?
That's brilliant.
You have selected...
That is my favourite Simpsons moment.
Is Lee Carvalho actually a golf player? Is that just a made-up person?
No, there was one. There was one called Lee Trevino.
Yeah, Lee Trevino will be.
But he won. I think he won a.
Yeah, it could be a parody of him. Then I don't know.
Yeah,
like you have selected. No.
I was going to say, Charles, because I was looking at the European Tour, like DP World Tour, their website, and then the tickets are on sale for the BMW PJ, Wentworth.
Yeah.
I was thinking I might go to that if you fancy going for one of the days.
Yeah. No, I'd definitely be out. It's September, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
used to be in May.
Yeah, they've moved it, though. Yeah.
I'll definitely be up for that.
So I've never been to a golf event before.
Go follow Billy Horshaw around.
Yeah. I'd be I'm glad you said that because I would not be one of those people who sits in the grandstand all day.
No,
I would want to follow at least 2 groups. I'd say one in the morning.
I watched a hole-in-one at the BMW at the PGA Championship.
And what, have you been there?
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times.
Oh, have you? Oh, right.
Yeah, because I live quite near it.
Tory.
Who got the hole-in-one?
Oh God, I forgot. It was
Vijay Singh.
No.
Like this Scottish bloke, I think he got it.
Montgomery.
I can't remember.
McIntyre?
No, it wasn't McIntyre. It was quite a. I'm not going to say not well known. He's probably quite well known on the European tour, but
Jameson, Jameson.
No, not Jameson. Scottish. It might have been an English bloke. I don't know.
Yes, it's Scotland, and it's someone who's.
I honestly can't remember. But I do remember.
I know another golfer. There's another golfer I know. Ian Poulter, and that's just because of the Stella advert.
Ian Poulter, yeah.
Ian Poulter, that's it, yeah. Just because of the Stella outfit.
He's one of the ones who dropped who's joined the Live Golf Tour.
Well, the most disappointing one for me was Lee Westwood because remember he tweeted when the Super League happened because he's a big Nottingham Forest fan. When the Super League happened, he tweeted like a money gift, like a money grabbing gift or whatever, and then he's basically just joined the Golf Super League now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he's such a hypocrite.
Well, it's half time. So it's full time. So finished Rangers 3.
Oh, it's good. I can stop watching now. Because I'm like a minute behind somehow, despite watching the exact same thing.
So nearly finished Rangers 3, West Ham 1. Obviously, not
we'll
great.
do him in the second leg. It's fine.
I mean, bit obviously I know it's a friendly, but fucking some of that defending, it was a bit worrying the second half,
Yeah, especially down the left-hand side. I won't say anything else, but need a new left back.
Yeah, cheers, Jordan.
There you go. Oh my God, I haven't even heard of a condor. Bloody hell.
I have now. I have no idea
Is that a
What is
2
a
on a par
quadruple?
5?
But what? So is a bogey? That means you go. A bogey is when you go above par,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
then it gets
a
worse
shot
and
over.
worse. So after
Yeah.
quadruple bogey, is it just full on vomit?
It's
Well,
basically
yeah. You like we
6
just
shots over or whatever, or
Yeah.
whatever it will be.
especially at what's the one at Augusta for the Masters? I think it's the I think it's like the 10th or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a shot limit, isn't it?
Because because I think there's been a few like at that particular hole where like because it's on a slope. So like if you
Yeah.
don't get on the right, it just rolls down. Even if you hit a good shot, it will just roll. It's so
Yeah.
unlucky. I think Sergio Garcia the other year, I think he got like 11 or 12 on that hole.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And it's like a par 4 or something like that. It's like,
Yeah.
fucking hell. So but yeah, so well, Charles, I know it's a friendly, but what do you make of the friendly overall? That defeat.
Just seen the Kent goal. I didn't see the Kent goal. It was a good finish from him. Yeah, obviously not great. The performance wasn't great, which is in itself isn't that disappointing, or isn't that sort of pressing an issue. Obviously, we've got a couple more games to get our match fitness levels up and gel a bit more. But yeah, I think the defending was pretty sloppy. I've already said it, and I don't want to keep on digging into Cresswell or anything, but I mean, he did essentially cost us the Europa League last year, and I'm still a little bit sour about that. But I think there definitely needs to be more competition on that left-hand side. And no, Masuaku is not going to be the person that we need competition-wise for him. So I think left back is going to be an interesting position looking at going forward, especially after this game. But then obviously the biggest talking point will be the Aguerd injury. Hopefully it's not too serious. It was actually a really good challenge that he made that got himself injured. Albeit he did take a bad touch to put himself in that position. But yeah, hopefully he's not too banged up. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, this one won't. They won't be making DVDs about this game. Sure.
No, but I think a fair play to Rangers. Some of their new signings, they look pretty good actually. I've got to say. Obviously it's only, I know it's so friendly, but West Ham, Europa League semi-finalists, and finished 7th in the Premier League, and so it's no mean achievement. So good game for Rangers. Cheers, Jordan. Thanks for your comments on that and questions, mate. Throughout the game, really appreciate it. Good game, lads. Yeah, cheers, mate. It was nice having you on in the back. All the best for this upcoming season. Yep, cheers. Same to you as well. Hope you sort out the signings you want and get season objectives. I appreciate it, mate. Yeah, hope we do as well. Well, I want Celtic to beat you guys, but good luck anyway.
I've got no skin in the game because Falkirk are probably never going to be in the Premier League. So
yeah, thanks, mate. All the best for them. Yeah, appreciate it, mate. But yeah, well, I can imagine Twitter's rife with Cresswell needs replacing all that.
No,
kind of stuff.
at the minute, everyone's going into meltdown because apparently Jesse Lingard has been spotted in London.
Oh yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
He's been spotted where?
In London.
It's Jesse's private jet.
yeah.
His private jet. Go down. Nothing says I'm going to demand 180 grand a week to. You know what? You know how I could get a train to London for like 50 quid? I'm going to get a private jet.
Falkirk used to be the top flight.
We're going back about 20 years, but yeah.
I just want to, I think we could all give a shout out to all the West Ham fans that actually made the trip. I think it's 1,600. So that's fucking quality.
Really good.
Shame about the fucking scoreline, but oh well. But yeah, I think obviously it's disappointing to lose, but I think certainly in an attacking sense, I think we looked decent. Some of our passing and patterns of play looked pretty okay. But defensively that was quite worrying, I've got to say. For the 3 goals, looked a bit open, and when obviously Aguerd went off, and the drop off was quite stark, I thought.
Yeah. I'm just looking at all these West Ham Twitter have officially turned into Arsenal Twitter with all these stalking of the flights and everything like that. Oh my word.
Yeah.
How embarrassing. I mean,
Well,
look, if he is coming to
don't worry,
sign...
it was Old Faithful has come through. West Ham Central is the only one going on about needing a left back as soon as possible. Drop everything and bid for Ram.
I mean, the thing is, there is obviously hyperbolic negativity and stuff like that, but and this is a preseason game, so you can't completely crucify Cresswell. But I mean, there were signs last year that we needed a left back, and I can't see Cresswell improving to. I mean, he improved quite a bit during the season. Then towards the end, I think fatigue just got the best of him, and so he's still a good option. But I just think we need someone going forward that's gonna. We've done it with Areola in goalkeeping position. Why can't we do it with left back? Get someone in that's going to compete with him and hopefully get the best out of him as well.
Yeah, exactly. No, I totally agree. I think just going through Twitter, I think Moisire, but his username is at IceVein7. Quite agree with us actually. So for the large part, it was decent. We tried different things which we were working on. We need to iron out basic errors, but that's what pre-season is for. Start the second half was pathetic. Rangers are a week ahead in their program and up their intensity right up. Enjoyed it. Yeah. Wouldn't disagree with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a few. I mean, it's pre-season. It's predominantly for fitness, match sharpness, and gelling the team. I didn't really see an awful lot of gelling, but there wasn't too much to gel because, with the exception of Aguerd, who went off after half an hour, we didn't have any new players playing. The left back situation is something we weren't already aware of. I'm not too horrifically bothered by it. As I said, with the exception of the last few minutes, it was relatively even. Just Rangers took their chances. We had chances in the first half, but spooned them wide or mishit, or there was a good block, or there was an offside. First half we were a bit more attacking. So it's pre-season. It's people still going along. And just hope Aguerd injury is not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, it could potentially be similar to what Zuma had with that twisted ankle he suffered at Brentford.
It could just be a twist or a sprain. Could also be ligament damage or a break. We don't know. There's no point speculating because you just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, let's hope he's just back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, fingers crossed. Yeah, I think he's when I saw him on Saturday against Reading, I thought he looked good. I think he looked apart. Well, obviously he made that mistake that ultimately led to his injury, but then he recovered well, and then obviously the injury was after that challenge. But I think he looked pretty good tonight from what I saw as well before he went off.
Yeah, I mean, the positive performances. Souček looks rested and raring to go, which is good.
Yeah, I thought he looked looked really energised, and I think it's his first proper break for must be a couple of seasons now.
Yeah, I thought Bowen and Fornals as well. I thought put some dangerous balls in and attacked well.
Yeah, I thought Soufal looked pretty good as well.
Yeah, Soufal came on, did well. Again, there'll probably be after this game quite a lot of conversation about Ben Rama as well, and whether to keep him or to sell him. I mean, personally, I think we haven't seen the best of Ben Rama, and we need to just keep working with him. But I don't know. I think Moyes is also someone who's not exactly sold on him, so it'll be interesting.
No, good stuff. Anything else you want to touch on, lads, before we finish?
Just possibly the most insane transfer rumor I think I've ever seen. So following the Birmingham City takeover by Maxi Lopez, there's rumours of there being a couple of star signings, one of which being Diego Costa.
Fair play.
I'm hoping this is a troll or something, because that's mental. I did see that we were linked with the Luis Suarez.
Well, apparently he's on his way to Marseille after.
No, that's a different Luis Suarez. That's the one.
Oh,
that
is
we
it?
played for
Okay,
Watford.
lol.
There's two. There's that's why I said the
That's
Luis
awesome.
Suarez, because there's another one, a Colombian winger that used to play for Watford, and
Yeah.
they farmed him out to Udinese, and he's now going to Marseille. But Watford have a huge sell-on fee, so Watford are going to bag about 40% of the transfer fee. Because I think they got a huge sell-on fee as part of the deal. But yeah, that's a different one. But no, the Atletico Madrid Luis Suarez, apparently we're linked with. I'm never going to see that happening. He's not going. We're not going to sign Luis Suarez, guys. Just like Birmingham are not going to sign Diego Costa.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. Anything else, Charles? You want to touch on before we finish?
No, I mean we've got a pre-Benidorm West Ham way, haven't we, this Friday, which we might want to plug.
Yeah. So us three will be on the West Ham Way channel, YouTube channel on the Friday. Well, we've called it Friday, and it'll probably be uploaded on Saturday. So to all things West Ham, Lingard transfer, this game, we'll touch on a bit more amongst the. Well, maybe we might sign a couple of players by Friday. You never know. So yeah, check us out on there. All right. Well, Dennis, Charles, thanks for joining, lads, and I'll see you on Friday for the recording of our video on the West Ham Way.
Yep.
Cheers, mate.
Well, rather dejectedly, come on, you Irons.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Subscribe to Gash Football if you're new, and we'll see you soon. All the best. Take care.